Futures pointing to another relatively flat open coming up this morning with more earnings to digest this morning from the likes of Intel and also Snapchat down big time, pointing to Apple's privacy changes and rule changes in the App Store, hurting their bottom line going forward. So we'll have a look at both Apple and Snapchat coming up here this morning. Obviously, Digital World Acquisition Corporation remains in focus as well. Already doubled in the pre-market. Huge volume once again this morning coming off that massive move that we saw yesterday. We'll have a look at DWAC, 84% currently. So far so good for this earnings reporting season. About 84% of companies that have currently reported in the S&P 500 have topped estimates. It's going to be an interesting Friday, to say the least, with this DWAC. There's also PHUN back on the run as well. There was positive news out of China overnight with Evergrande. Yeah, remember Evergrande? Making a debt payment. So a little bit of a boost on that front as well. It's Friday, October 22nd, 2021. TraderTV.live starts now. There we go. Look at how things stand at this point. Yeah, pretty flat, really, overall. The NASDAQ just down 0.2. Everything else relatively unchanged as far as equity markets are concerned. Brazil Open trading lower already. Crude back to the upside today. Had a bit of a pullback yesterday. Bitcoin back in positive territory, and Ethereum as well to the upside, but very, very slightly. It's Friday. Sean has his rally cap on because it's going to be one of those days, guys. Wow.
I don't know if the market does, but
let's do this. I mean, I'm short right now. DWAC, we're crushing this thing. Do I have my mic on? I don't even know. But yeah, Brendan, it's going to be a crazy, crazy day. It's also merch day. So let's get this going. We have our shirt on. We have everything going on. And we're ready to rock and roll. We've got the pumpkin cheesecake is in the building. We've got the fresh maple sauce. We've got the whipped cream. We've got DWAC. Let's get ready to whack some moles around here, guys. Whack-a-mole time.
And remember the DWAC W, guys. So I know you're going to probably see us trade DWAC today, but the warrants are also going equally crazy. Just knowing monster moves, like the warrants just broke 35. They're way ahead of this other name here. So it's going to be absolutely crazy. Snapchat is going to be interesting, to say the least. We've already got someone spoofing on Snapchat, which I think is rather loco. But hey, you know what's going to be the focus today. We know what's going to be the SPAC. Don't sleep on Foon. Don't sleep on NextID, which may or may not have connections to this. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical there. I think you just stay with the big dog.
There's this created as well, CRTD, talking about NFTs and Trump as well. So going to be an interesting day. Before we go any further, let's get over to say good morning to Miss V.
Good morning, team. Happy Friday to you all. I wish you a wonderful, profitable day. Please smash the like button and let's get it started, Brandon.
Let's indeed, guys, get it started. Lots to talk about here in the pre-market. Just had some news on Ocular Therapeutics. They had a OCUL just resumed trading, was halted, news pending. They had some trial data that just came out. Big miss there for OCUL, but who cares? Let's talk about Foon. Let's talk about DWAC because that is going to be the focus today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Foon, like I think a lot of people are going to be watching Foon, and that's fair, I guess. But I mean, DWAC is going to make the bigger moves. I'm just going to I want to set it up so I can watch the warrants, maybe sometimes at the same time as watching the primary here as well, because I was going to give you guys a stat, and they were saying if at a tenth of Twitter, DWAC was like $400 and something, but may have screwed the math up because I saw Zero Hedge tweeting that at 1,700, DWAC would be bigger than Twitter. So, I mean, that's all. It's splitting hairs at this point. But it's just some perspective, right? Because the difference between calling this like a GameStop or an AMC or whatever you might want to say is, here, there's a possible entity that could turn into something, which could be a rival for what we know as known quantities, which have valuations that you could look at. So there's some non-zero chance that this turns into some kind of a percentage size of a Twitter, let's just say, right? So you guys start thinking about what other people are looking at when they're buying this, because to look at the counterparty. Now, as day traders, obviously, Like, we're going to be trading price action and movement, and that's just the reality here. So, look, if it gets to 100, it'll be like, okay, well, I would take a shot shorting 100 because 100's 100.
No,
that's
no,
just
no,
the reality.
don't do it.
You can say whatever you want to do, but I only take trades I can structure. Like, to me, I just had a trade where it was a previous breakout at 83 to 84. It dipped down, reclaimed that price, and then I simply looked at the warrants and I punched out when the warrants broke their support because they were leading. That's it. And I went right in. I saw 40 on the offer on the warrants when it was breaking up here. I'm like, oh, this feels like a top because the warrants are stacking up at 40. I'm going to get out. And then I stopped out here when the warrants broke support. I'm just here to make trades, man. Like, so I saw that and I see a trade. If I don't see a trade, I'm not making it. But for the long term, there's like a million types of ways you could value this thing. And you could say it's worth 10. You could say it's worth 400. You could say it's as big as Twitter. And Zero Hedge was saying, I think he was joking, 1,700, I guess. I don't think he was serious. I think he was just pointing it out.
Yeah, Zero Hedge. Yeah, follow that guy to your grave.
He's jokes.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
okay,
jokes,
fine.
but he also gives some of the worst advice I've ever seen.
Does he give advice? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he's been calling the demise of this market since
It's
what?
a shtick.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. That's why let's not act like he actually makes any sense.
It was an interesting number, and I was just like,
Yeah,
I was curious of math because I didn't think it was quite the right math, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I would trust you more than Zero Hedge, that's for sure. Yeah, yesterday we were long early on this thing, man. $11 on DWAC, and then today I just came in, and honestly, like I just punched long right away. It was no analysis whatsoever. I was long at 81.80. It went all the way up to $93 for me. I got out at 87, so that was a $4 or $5 win. And then we went short on an 85 break and covered that at 82. So yeah, we're looking for trades too, but we're also looking for this. So today we're already up. I'm actually up more today already on this name than I was yesterday. I don't know if we'll be trading this like a maniac today, but we are going to be, like Neil said, going to be looking for some setups, and we're super, super excited for this trade. And guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. Like I can already be up this much, and it's 8:37, and I sat down here 30 minutes ago. So there we go. We were short there. We did talk about that. I did get out on that VWAP move. I don't want to hold a short in this name. I do at some point today, but we'll have to wait for it. And that's that. And then the other one yesterday. Remember yesterday in the afternoon when Brendan brought us Foon, and I was just like, you know what? Here it is right here. I'm just going to go long on a 150 break, and then bang, we hit that hard to the upside. That was a great trade before coming back in. And now look, all the way up to the upside. So you know what? The next time I see a stock like this, I'm actually going to put this in my own portfolio, and then we will wait to see what happens the next day because I don't own any of these personally. We just traded it here on the show. I wrote down on the sticky note here, and the sticky note only has 4 names despite what Intel's doing right now, which down to $50, unbelievable. We only have 4 names on here, right? And you got to trade smart today. DWAC, Snapchat, Foon, and Facebook. So basically 2 concepts on here, that's all. Facebook and Snap, and then the 2 movers. There's lots else to go through. There's obviously Beyond Meat now, just down 13% after guidance there. Bad for BYND here, making moves to the downside. I've wanted to pick this name up at some point. I mean, I'm not long anymore, but I was long. This is one of my best trades of all time. I got long near the IPO on Beyond Meat and started to take it out. But there goes Beyond Meat right there. A nice move down to $92. So more needs to be done here on Beyond Meat because this is a buy down here. I mean, I'll have to look at what just came through and everything like that. And also Evergrande. I tweeted that story out yesterday, and I mean, I hope you guys can, if you're able to, follow on Twitter as well. But I tweeted out that Evergrande story yesterday, and where is it? It's right here. That they here it is right here. It's funny. I don't know. It's from CNBC, but 83.5 million bond interest payment they're saying that they made. So that's good. Obviously, that's going to be good for the market today. So let's just see if that does happen soon. And Rob, I got it, buddy. We'll throw it over to Brendan.
Yeah, it's Q3, guys. They cut their Q3 revenue forecast. So that was Beyond Meat out a few minutes ago. Yeah, we saw that big move, 12.5%, 13 now. Excuse me, to the downside. So we'll keep an eye on Beyond Meat. But lots to talk about on this DWAC. I wanted to mention a few things here, guys. The Digital World Acquisition Corporation. So I was reading an article last night. This one actually backs this up a little bit, but the person behind this is a businessman from Florida, we don't have to get into any significant details or anything like that, but this is apparently the 4th SPAC that he has brought to market. He has plans for 2 additional ones after this. He's 0-4 SPACs to this point, getting a deal across the finish line. So this would potentially be the first one, and that's significant only because if you look at this article a little bit deeper, 420 million potential windfall at this point for Digital World, what is it? Acquisition Corporation, guys, on this deal, if it does actually get done.
And this is what we're talking about here. Like we say this every single time that there's any one of these, right? That nobody ever went broke taking profit. And I'm always going to say that. And it's always going to be true. Ultimately, like you're going to see is day trade, because anything that moves for a day trader or for an active trader, it presents an opportunity, right? So I said a rant that I'm not going to repeat again, but this is about trading. This is about opportunity. The stock is moving. It is what it is. But I sort of look back at the action yesterday, and when I was dissecting it, because obviously when you're on the way home, like what are you going to think about? You're going to think about your trades. At least I do. I realized there was probably only 2 or 3 like points where it didn't actually make sense entering into the short. And I was looking back at the ones that made sense, and it was like, oh my goodness, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. And just about every other one was like, probably overdoing it. But every single one of those was good if you took your profit. And at this point, the way that it's extended, if you look at these ranges that it has up here, that's why I'm saying like 100, right? Like we're paying for shorts today, by the way. They're not free. They're not going to be free for us today. We actually pay 19 cents a share, which if it gets to 100, that'll probably go up to like 50 cents a share for those that didn't lock it in. So I think there's going to be those types of opportunities. But if you're trying this is not like yesterday shorting Tesla at $900, right? Like, you missed that stop on Tesla, you can reasonably say, okay, you hold it a little bit against you, test it up to 902, 903. Like, that's a couple of points. On $900 stock, like a couple of dollars, like that's not, percentage-wise, that's not a lot. If this one runs you, like you might seriously be staring at, if you blink too hard and out of the money, you could be looking at like 105, 110, a lot faster than you would anticipate. So if you trade this thing to the south side, have outs, man. Like, you just have to. Like I was saying yesterday, and I'm not proud of saying I was 27 times short and 3 times long, but when I was wrong, I just kept getting out when I was wrong each and every single time. And then eventually when it goes 50 to 40, you're able to make it, because that's a big move. And it did it like 3 times for you there. But if you just try to average into this thing, so you're like, oh, it's going down, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You've got to be able to trade with some level of discipline, regardless of the excitement that there's going to be here. So understand, like, this stock could be valued at absolutely anything. And at whatever price you think it could go to, whatever move you think it could make, it could probably do 5x that. That's just the reality for every trade you make. So make sure you have a reason to get into each trade. Make sure you have a bit of an out here. I am trying to track the warrants, because it feels like they're moving just a little bit overextended. Like, they'll move more, and then they'll have like a sharp return. And there's sometimes an opportunity to get into the equity, I think, ahead of that turn. Just from what I've noticed in the pre-market, I've only really seen it 2 or 3 times. So I don't know how much weight I put into it. The last trade worked. We'll see.
I'm just planning this pumpkin cheesecake stuff here that we're going to be having today near the close. So get ready for that. I think it'll be the best cheesecake anyone's had. So we'll wait to see how that goes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. I think. Okay. We'll look. DWAC. The thing about it is this. One thing that we're not really telling you, that if you're going to trade it the way Neil traded it yesterday, you got to make sure that you don't put all your eggs like in the one basket. And I think that's important, even for the way I'm trading it. Even if you have like 5 trades in a day or 50 trades in a day, because like Neil said, he shorted it. You said 27.
27.
Is that real, or you made
that?
Yeah.
No, I had more fills than that, but actual trades was 27 individual.
So this is the thing. You guys don't have this access, or maybe you do, but to the software that we have and things like that. Like, if he holds his first short, just as an example, if you hold it, you're done. So you got to be able to get in and out, know the levels, like what Neil's saying, play off, understand your risk and reward, and then just trade your account. But like, don't use, like, if you can't take like a $5,000 hit or something, then don't use 1,000 shares, because this thing, like we said, could go $5 in an instant. Either way. So I want everyone to make sure that whatever money you made yesterday, roll the dice. Like, we're here to take risks, and trust me, that's what we're going to do. But on a stock like this that's going literally anywhere. We don't know, but seems to be having a nice level here at 80 bucks. Make sure you have your ins and make sure you have your outs. We are going to be checking the imbalances. It's going to be a little tougher to halt today.
Snap, right.
Yeah, we will look at Snap as well, but we will check the imbalances today, and also the halts are going to have to be a little more drastic today because you're going to need that 10%. So you're going to need like a $10 move, $8 move, depending on where we are on that name. Snapchat as well. We'll go over that today. But wow, what a horrible miss there on IDFA, which is that new Apple software, the privacy and stuff like that. Definitely hitting Snapchat, but we will talk about that. But hey, it's going to be a fun day with PHUN. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Yesterday we were calling it Foon. We should find out exactly how you pronounce that. But yeah, we trade through Day Trade the World, Jake Brand there. So daytradetheworld.com, check it out.
All right, guys, Michael Noss with us again, a chartered market technician with trade ideas. We're going to revisit the concept of some possibilities coming out of China right now. We've seen some pretty impressive bounces coming out of China and some of the bigger names. Michael, good to see you once again. Thanks for doing this as always. Tell us the thought process here. I mean, as we've seen, a few of them seemingly put in a few of the bottoms that we were looking for potentially. How are you approaching this?
So again, at Trade Ideas, we have an AI that scans the market and it looks for kind of what's moving right now. And you're right. We've noticed a lot of these Chinese names that have gotten really, really hammered recently are starting to show some life, and they're starting to put in some volume and make some new highs. So that's kind of why we're going to take a focus there. And the chart we're going to start with today is going to be the FXI. And this is the weekly chart. And this is just an ETF, which is a really good one to look at if you guys are watching how China is moving with kind of everything that's going on. You can see this area of support I highlighted. It's about $35 a share. We've tested that and we've bounced off it many times. This time seems to be no different. I think if you go back into this program, I actually talked about it another time. It had a bounce, and that bounce failed pretty quickly. So we want to keep that in mind as we're looking at these, that these are in downtrends and we're kind of looking for little quick hits off lows, and hopefully they continue. So let's go down to the first chart, which is IQ. And IQ is I have it right up here, I apologize. Internet video streaming service, I guess. And I highlighted what's a potential bear trap down there. So I always try to give a lesson with these. A bear trap, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it many times, is when stock breaks down under a level, spends only a short period of time up there, and then rallies above. And the reason that these are important is because long trades got stopped out and short trades got in, and those shorts may now be hurting. So the AI took a buy on this around $10 a share. If we can get and hold over $10 a share, that's where I'm interested in IQ. And then, under that $8, you'd be out for sure. But for me, if it didn't hold under 10 is probably where I'd get out. And the next chart, HUYA, is pretty much the exact same chart. If you look at it, it's in the same kind of industry or sector as IQ, and it has kind of the same type chart. This one's got hit a little harder, so maybe a potential for a little bit more of a bounce, but we will see there. And then next we'll go to ZTO, which is in logistics. So shipping and stuff like that, which is obviously very important with all the supply chain news and everything that's going on right there. So I'm going to watch this one over 32, where the AI has that little buy tag right there. If we can hold over 32, I think this ascending triangle is great. Maybe we target highs, who knows, but our risk is really, really tight because we have that recent consolidation to play off of. Next is BILI. You can see a lot of buys here. Every time you see a blue little tag on the chart, that's a buy signal from the AI. So it's been accumulating kind of in this area at support. Recently broke down trends. So again, I like this one as long as it can stay above $80 a share. Over to NEO, which is probably one of the most actively traded on this list, where it's China, but then it's also this EV space working together. Has a really tight little bull flag going on around about the $40 mark. So again, over 40, I'm interested. Break back under is where I'll get out. And this one's not really from the AI. This last chart here for CAN, nice double bottom looking play. If this double bottom holds, this thing's kind of a new issue, so it has a lot of more upside. I like the big candle 2 days ago and then the inside day yesterday. It gives you a nice place to get involved. And for me, my risk would be at the low of that big candle showing that, maybe the buyers are losing their power there. So that's it for charts today.
Yeah, interesting to see. Thanks, Michael. To see the similarities in a lot of those charts over a wide range of different industries, different kind of ideas as far as the companies are concerned. We appreciate it as always. Michael Noss, chartered market technician at Trade Ideas. We'll speak again next week. Michael, have a great weekend.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
A few names, guys, that we discuss quite frequently on that list, including NIO, looking much better these days.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like Neil there off that bottom, and thanks, Michael, for discussing a lot of those charts with us. It's always great, to hear chartered market technician opinion and just to look at some of these things as we trade them more as a day trade. And I do make calls all the time as far as investable and when things get to certain levels that we like. But I do like this Neo bottom there. We talked about that at 32, 33, 34. Pick your poison. Any of those levels look pretty good to me. Not only do they look good on a chart, but obviously I like the macro ideas here. I mean, we are moving into an electric world. I think we've understood that. And Neo leads the way. They sell a hell of a lot of cars, and we'll just wait to see where it goes from here. But I like it. I think the market right now, we said the ES closed at all-time highs. It looks like we're going to be opening a little bit red here today, barely, but NASDAQ we're going to be red. And Neo has room to run. I don't think that these 62s, the 60 area is unbelievable. I think we can get back up to there. Obviously, we had a big whack down for a lot of these Chinese names, including Neo. But I think if you're investing, and that's why I kept saying the FXI was just a little bit safer, because instead of picking a name, just believe in the economy. Take the 100 best companies with the FXI. But again, I think Neo and Alibaba, those are the two names that I've been talking about, and those are the ones that I trust, and I'd be long Neo. And for today, I didn't really look at anything today because I told you what I'm on. I'm trying to get on one with DWAC and PHUN and Snap and Facebook, but I think Neo's good. I think you could buy it on any weakness, and let's just wait to see what happens, and we'll check the imbalances as well.
Yeah, it's still got that resistance from yesterday. Like, also, like 40-60, if you go into I guess last week, you could let 19th. 40-60 was a wick top. It tried to break through, and it just absolutely fell down. And then we had the same thing happen. It just, on the Tesla strength, or whatever you want to call it, I'll call it the Tesla move, it went all the way back up to that same resistance level at about 40-60 and turned around. So it obviously has to breach that. So for the day trade anyways, holding a 40 level support here and a 40-60 break gives you a bit of a structure for a trade. But I mean, I hesitate to say it, but you only have so much bandwidth as a day trader. And like as I sit here just staring at Snapchat, and like, why did I not just get into this instead of staring at the DWACW and DWAC? Because the 60 short, there was a stacked offer above it. It broke 60. There was a stacked offer below it, and now it's at 59. So Snapchat continues to go down. Neo might just fall by the wayside because there's too much else to look at. But look, it isn't a bad setup for a breakout today. You also are running into the end of the week market coming down, which makes breaks a little bit tricky. Tesla has rejected 900 twice. There's a few things lining up against maybe this happening today, but hey, that just kind of sets it up for those levels still being there next week. Brendan?
All right, let's get some analyst moves for you today. A number of big names on here once again. JP Morgan down here liking Zoom today. Nicely positive so far. GM, NVIDIA, Amazon, $4,700 from Credit Suisse. There's Snapchat, the big one. We'll talk about the report. Intel as well to the downside, guys. But Zoom, interesting in the pre-market here. I also just saw WeWork. I haven't tried it in our system. We had some issues yesterday with WeWork in our system, but up 6.5% here in the pre-market.
No, it is good. We have it in our system, which is a small hiccup, let's just say, in the system. But WeWork is here, and it's up again. I don't know if we're going to see the data from yesterday's action because there was a bit of a database problem, but that's one that could be actionable. I'll say right now it's done, basically no shares in the pre-market, even though you're going to see it up 6 or 7%. Volume is king. I don't know if this one's going to give it to us here today, but we'll certainly look at it. I'm not a huge fan of the company overall, but certainly going to be there to trade. If it makes some moves, we'll probably jump over to it. Certainly, all I'm going to say about Intel is the biggest deal in that entire report, and there's a lot you can chew through, but they're a company trying to restructure, and they're a company going into the foundry play. And there are a lot of people, myself included, who only like them because of the foundry. And when you're supposed to have your investor meeting in November, right? So you get a month, you get a couple of weeks after earnings to have the investor meeting to get updates as how that's going to go. And that is a long-term play. And you push that back to February on top of blaming all of your other bad numbers on the chip shortage, which, okay, you can get away with that if you're going to give me the good news in November. That's a really, really bad sign, having pushed that back. And then you have a couple of, you had a resignation as well. It's just, you know, I was looking for weakness to be able to buy this because I kind of feel like in a 5-year play, I want to work into a position off dips. Now I feel just like Uber, where it's like, yeah, push that down the line and don't think about it until next year, because that might be the chance that you get to actually be able to make some sense of it. Where are they going to be on that 5-year path, right? So it's weird. Like when it was at 5%, like it could probably go lower in the back of my head when it was on my way home. I wouldn't be surprised if it went lower today. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time you get to the end of the year, you'd be lucky to get that 43, 46, which is support level. I'd have been a buyer 100% in front of it. Now I want to see some color as to why they push back that Investors Day more. That was a big deal coming up in November for these guys. And to me, missing that is that's huge. You can't say you're restructuring the company and making a seed change, and then the impetus behind that change is now in question, because you're essentially saying, we don't think things are going as well as we hoped in terms of that turnaround. And that's all I read out of it. Maybe it's not, but that's what happens when you say you're pushing it back 4 months, an entire quarter. Not in this market.
No, you can't do that.
Not in this market.
Remember when we were talking about we talked about Intel when they had this big drop here in April, that's basically what Neil's talking about, where they started to guide and talk all about it, and now today we come up with the disappointment. But I have on the other side here AMD that we were talking about, and they're going to get some nice boost today, up that 2%. So look at AMD here in May, right? $75, like we were talking about it. This is Intel in May, 53. So today, Intel's sub 50, and AMD goes from 75 to 121. So this is what I'm saying about, that's why I made the pick on the SMH. I love the area, but you got to be very, very stock specific. We don't have to tell you. I mean, I think year to date, AMD is probably going to be better than NVIDIA, but either way, man, like you knew that story about Intel back in May, and then now today, I think it's going to be probably near a buying opportunity, man, because if AMD was $75 in May, okay, and Intel was 56. Now you're at 122 here on AMD, and you're at 50 on Intel, right? So I don't want to switch out of AMD. I'll probably stay in it, but it may be time to put some money to work here on Intel, because it's so far down. It was barcoding. We do know, put my chart back a little bit, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show that we are barcoding there, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, They warned and gave problems when it was up here, so there was lots of time, to get out. And now you're right in a level where I think it's like an investable. It's kind of like, PayPal obviously has a different headwind with it with Pinterest, and obviously Pinterest going to be down today off this IDFA as well. So I put money to work in PayPal and in Facebook before Intel, but Intel's getting very, very interesting at some of these levels. There's no doubt about that. And we are in right now. We are in DWAC. So we'll see if we can go to the carnival one more time here today and see if it holds this VWAP. I'm not going to hold this thing too far below 80. I'm thinking like $77, $78, something like that. Willing to give back. I don't know if the thing's scrolled yet, but how many dollars? I think $6 or $7 so far on DWAC today, and would give this back if this fails. But we are long right here at 84.20, and based on these spreads, very, very tough to judge whether or not you're in the money or not. But I want to hold this one and see what happens off the open, because yesterday we got rid of our shares a little too early. We took $3 and was really happy with it. We went from 11 to 13 early yesterday, or 11 to 14, whatever it was, and then we ripped up to 50. So we already know what happened there. So let's see if DWAC will print a little bit more for us here today, although we're already up that $6 or $7.
All right, guys, let's get into what is happening in the pre-market so far. Lots to discuss, in addition, obviously, to Digital World Acquisition Corporation, the watch list this week brought to you by LOVE Pharma and lovepharma.com for more details. LUV is the ticker symbol. Check them out here in Toronto on the CSE. Thanks to LOVE Pharma again for bringing you the watch list this week. I mean, we talked about it already, but let's go over it. DWAC, what a, I guess, post-news premiere it had yesterday, 300% plus yesterday, doubled in the pre-market. Here we go right now.
Yeah, here we go again, guys. It's going right now, right up to $86 there, Brendan, and so it's starting to make a move again. And yeah, you know, we've talked about this in depth already, and I just think as long as you're safe with your trading and you have a plan of action, then I don't think that it's going to go wrong today. There's going to be lots of opportunity. The only real fear is on the halt, and you know. That's the only fear, that you're caught the wrong way on a halt. So let's continue to watch these names. Like right there, like bang today already, because here it is, man. I mean, we're just in the money, another $1.50, $2 right here. So, I mean, structure be damned at some point. Like, you know, once, like I came in and I just punched long, and then that went literally $10 in the money before retracing, and I took half of that. Now we just punch long again, trying to hold this VWAP, and now it's starting to just rip city right now again to the upside. So we're long right here, and yeah, I don't really have an idea where this thing could go other than to the moon. So we're going to hold this one and really just celebrate and start hopefully not counting our you know, until it's actually in our blotter, because right now we're celebrating another $2 win. I'm already up more today than I was yesterday. We've already talked about that. Now you're adding the whipped cream on top right now, and there it goes. Bang, $3 again, guys. Let's go. Our Brendan, not the other Brendan. So it's going to be a good one. I don't know. People saying "Let's go, Brandon" on here. So you know, being here in Canada, I don't really even know what that means. But we will continue this to the high side. 88, baby. We are in the building. We have the energy today. We have the energy every day, but today is Merch Friday. We're going to go with Valeria very soon. She's going to talk to you about how you can get some of this stuff, but support the show. Let's go. Let's spend that DWAC money on some hot hats, on some nice shirts. You know, we have the hoodies as well that are crazy, so let's just keep going, man. This is fun. This is why I do this. This is why I come in here every single day. Let's trade some DWAC. Let's make some money. Let's have some fun. We love you guys.
All right, let's bring in Arun here, guys. We'll get a quick check of the overall market, see how things are shaping up from a futures perspective. Arun, we were positive there ever so slightly, briefly. What are you looking at today?
I mean, the only level really to be looking at is that all-time high on the futures, right? The all-time high in the futures sits just in front of that 45.50, so a couple ticks in front. Everyone's looking at 45.50, I would imagine, as the number to watch on the break to the upside. Now, as we get closer and closer, you're going to start to see moves like this where we get close, back off a bit more, and we've been seeing this type of move since about 25 or so. The last couple of days, 45, 25 or so, we've been backing off quite a bit. But every time market opens, any selling that comes in gets absorbed, and then we go up throughout the day. And is today the day where that changes when we get this close to the all-time high? I mean, it remains to be seen, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to make a guess and say no. There might be one of those little sell-offs right off the open, which get bought up and to the all-time high. That's what I'm looking at. In terms of levels, it's very difficult. The way that it's been trading recently, it's very hard to mark off any important levels because they're so close together. They're kind of all just stuck together that it makes it more of a zone, and it's a wide zone. So I'm just going to give you guys the same level I've been giving you guys at the bottom here. 45.85, 44.85 is the bottom end level. That's the only level I've got to the downside. Everything else is just way too messy. Everything is like stacked on top of each other. So there's nothing there I'm going to use apart from that one level there. Of course, to the upside, we have that 50. If in the event there's a nice short that sets up before the high gets taken, and this has to happen after the open with a few other factors in play as well, meaning the buying has to be absorbed, all that stuff. If there's a setup on the short side, you may be able to use 45.50. I hesitate to use that because of the amount of stops that are going to be sitting there. I imagine it's going to get very messy very quickly if the stops start going off and that short doesn't work out. It might end up costing a lot more than it should. So I prefer to be on the long side for the moment. Of course, this can change after the market opens, trades a bit, and we get more information on how the programs are going to trade this as we get closer and closer to the all-time high. So for now, what I'm going to say is just be aware that there's a decent amount of support through the bottom. 44.85 is the level I've got down below, and there's nothing really stopping us from going higher. So I just let it be and see how this market trades after the open.
Great stuff. Yeah, continuing to move to the downside here. Arun, thanks so much. We'll check back in again on Monday. Let's go to Snapchat, the other biggest, I guess, mover here in the pre-market. Not good for Snap. 22% currently to the downside. All about this Apple change and the App Store change hurting their bottom line going forward, guys. I mean, what do you do with this down here?
Look, it should have been a short through 60. I was looking at DWAC when that happened, but there was a stacked offer in front of Snapchat. The momentum to the downside is pretty tremendous right now. And it's not as if, look, they missed on a lot of things. They missed average revenue per user was also, that was a miss. There was a lot of items that missed in that earnings report. I know everyone's focused on the ad issue, which of course it's going to be a big one. It dragged down all of the major players simultaneously. It's really bad timing for PayPal, man. I kind of feel like PayPal is going to get beaten up too much because it's like too many things in succession here, and then there's going to be a really good opportunity in the coming days and weeks. But Snapchat, look, I don't think it trades, like it was crazy last night. I don't think it trades probably down towards these wicks that it already saw, which is insane, down at like 52. There were wicks on Facebook that were 316 print happened overnight. Had there been a chance that 60 could have held, I think you had at least a dead cat bounce opportunity there. Now I have to think that I'm looking back to like a round number, like a 55 floor in a Snapchat. I don't know where you pick this one back up in the long term. Candidly, a lot of people here, and sort of myself included, would have been sitting prettily. It never matters what your price, when you bought it, what your cost base is. Like, it's where the stock is going to go. So, at this particular point, like a lot of people who are deep in the money are like, what in the actual heck? I thought it would have pulled back like 10%. That would be bad. Now this is just absolutely horrible. You start thinking if it's this bad, if the market were to come back in here, your real support is way down at like 50, which is another 15% from here on Snapchat. So I don't know in the long term that I love it as a buy. I am looking for a dead cat bounce because over 20% down as a day trade, I'm just looking for an opportunity for this to snap back up. Pardon the pun. It couldn't hold 60 even, so I'm basically like shooting for like a 55 area. And there was a bit of a break back here in May at around that price. So let's see if it goes down there. The 60 short's already come and gone. Foon, by the way, Fun just about to take out that pre-market high. It's about 639 is the high of the day. That's trying to take out its high as well. It, of course, is a bit of a sympathy play alongside of DWAC.
Yeah, we got out of DWAC there at 87. We're going to go long again. We just put another $3 in our pocket right there. So, yeah, today is just one of those days, man. We were waiting for 88.50, but then it went back down in our stop. Like I said, we got to trade, the way we're talking. And I've just been long, short there, long again and out. So, like I said, it's going to go on the bottom there. You're going to see how many dollars I'm up on this. And it's a good one for me today. So, a 90 break, we take that as well. Look, I think this is a screaming buy opportunity into earnings for Facebook, down another 4% here. Facebook its EBITDA is sub 10 right now. So, I mean, you're not going to find, and the cash they have on hand, this is a very, very profitable business. This is complete opposite of Snapchat. Facebook has a lot going for them, in my opinion, anyways. I'm getting ready, man. I want to buy Facebook. And I mean, down here would be sweet if we got anything down into here, man. Anything into the 320s. I'm loading up on Facebook in the personal account. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be dancing all the way to the bank when they report on Monday. So let's think that Facebook today, waiting for some weakness. I mean, I think it's going to get weak today, but Facebook already warned about this. And if you see the way Facebook is set up into earnings, and people are going to say, no, this is bad for Facebook. Yeah, it is bad for Facebook. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But look where Facebook has already come from. We had whistleblower, we had this, we had that. And Facebook has already adjusted to this IDFA for Apple and their privacy settings, right? So Facebook's already adjusted for this. They're bouncing right here. That was the ultimate gift horse last night there, down to 315. You get that again and you don't pull the trigger, then
it broke the 200 period. It was free money.
It still is free money at these levels, but that was even more free money down there. That is Facebook. What was I want to call up something else, but I don't remember what it was. Foon. But anyways, yeah, Foon starting to go.
Sorry, I apologize. I keep saying Foon. Okay, so Fun broke the high of the day while I was talking about Snapchat. See the thing, only so much bandwidth because the top break happened. It was pretty clean. I did miss it through there, so it is what it is. You miss a trade. I didn't chase it up there, and maybe I should have because it went to 685. Maybe it can dip down a little bit here. I'm probably looking at like a 650 area because it's starting to slow down in momentum. And out of the corner of your eye, make sure you're watching the other names names too, because at the same time, DWAC just sort of turned in front of 90. So that could cause it to pull back a little bit here and give you an opportunity.
All right, just on PHUN, guys, Foonware, Funware, whatever you want to call it, where software company back in 2020, U.S. President Trump's campaign used this company for some software support for the campaign back in 2020. So there was some speculation that there could be some tie-ups there for this app going forward, if that is possible or truth. That is PHUN. Let's go to Intel, another one with earnings. Guys, another miss for Intel. Neil, you went over this already briefly there, but is there a trade here in Intel today?
If this was down 5%, this would have been an obvious trade, I think. But whoa, what are these wicks? Oh goodness. Okay, I'll go to the 15. Maybe that's gonna. Yeah, okay. So if it, like I said, if it had been like down 5%, I think this would have been an easier trade. Catching like a 52.50 area, just looking at the 15-minute chart, you'd have had this break in play, like this recent low, like a 51.85ish area. Now you're basically extending through those prices, and then you're having to short it at a 50 even, down 10%. SSR. Did that really just not get the billion? Anyways, SSR trying to catch a 50 break when it's down 10.5%. That's not as easy a trade to make as, to me, what would have been like these levels here, 51.85 and then the 52.50. So, I mean, I'd say like maybe take a small position, like a third or a quarter of what I would have normally done here. Had you been working down to a 50 level, it's approaching right now. I didn't hit 60 on Snap, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing so.
Look
so
at
I'll
Foonware.
take a shot at Intel here.
Boon, let's go, fun. Neil didn't chase it. I was reckless and did. Right there, 660, right away, upside. There's, another 5%. To what we're doing today, man, is we're cooking up the profits. We're barbecuing. And, Seattle might not let Russ Wilson cook because he's hurt, but we're cooking every single day, hurt or not, because right now, bring down the cash one more time. We are long fun right now at 666. Some of your favorite numbers, 666. We are now long on this one as it rips to 7. Let's go. This is what we're doing, man. We're here today, and we are back. What up to Shakib? What up to everybody here on the chat? Thank you for coming back every single day. What's up to Marlon? What's up to Scott H. Stone Capital in the building? Mookie Wilson, we love you. Thanks for everything you did for the Blue Jays. Amir Zing, Dustin, trader formerly known as. Everybody, man. Let's just keep on going to the upside here on all of these names. And let's just start ringing in the cash and hitting the home runs. Look, we could be done now. Daily goal met, right? So we could be done right now, but we're not going to. This is going to be another fun day. We're here to rock and roll, and we're here with you. So let's watch fun. Keep going to the upside, and we're going to go. Whenever we're ready, are we ready? Because Valeria, I want to do a quick merch call. So if we are ready, maybe you could give the guys a thumbs up in the chat. She is ready, so let's go over to Miss V.
Hey, Sean, thank you. And I actually love the way you look today, all branded in Trader TV Live. Well, guys, if Rob and Lucas can show my screen, I'll quickly show you where you can find our merchandise. You go to our homepage, click store, very easy, very simple, and here you have all the items. By the way, Sean is wearing Trader TV Live hat, this one, and black large logo T-shirt. My favorite one is I'd rather be trading T-shirt if it's gonna load anytime soon. So it's small logo in the front, very classy, and very nice saying I'd rather be trading. We also have masks, we have iPhone cases, and a lot of different stuff. So guys, please bring my face back. Thank you very much. Guys, make pictures in our merchandise, post it on social media, and we will repost it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ms. V. Here's the hat. We've got a couple different ones, trucker style. I don't know, different ones. This one's I don't know, cotton back. There is mesh back and things like that as well. So thank you guys. Just thought we'd do a merch push. I don't know. My favorite thing still is the hoodie. I love the black hoodie. On the back it says I'd rather be trading. So that's sick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go get it for you. I'm going to go show it to you. I think I have it right here. I might not have that one, but I'm going to go get one. Look at Funwear right now. That was a good idea. Let's go. There it is, Funwear. What's up, Rob? Yeah, I don't know if you're into that one as well. But, oh, you guys got the merch on. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, you show it to them. There it is. So I'd rather be trading. There is the back. Thank you to What's Up to Lucas there. But hey, if you have any of these trades with us, man, just say WTF, hit that buy button on the merch, and let's go, man. We are hella long right now. Yeah. And then, by the way, DWAC breaks 90, Neil. Is that what you're long? I hear you hitting the keys.
CRTD made a bit of a move here, so it went into resistance. Look, Create ID is sort of, it's been looped up into this. I mean, the connection, Brendan and I will get to in a quick second here at some point, but there has been a connection made as well, like Foonware, and it broke resistance, which I was short in front, reversed into a bit of a long trade. But I want to address something because someone said that they got in yesterday in fun 150 or whatever price it might have been and got out at 340, and they wanted to hold it. And it's like, one of the things I'll do, and this is day trading a little bit different, but it can work, is if I intend on holding a portion of my position, I've done this on IPOs, if I get the opening print, I will change my default to like 80%. So that no matter what, like when I throw an order out to cover, I can't cover the whole thing, even if I want to. Like the next order I throw out cannot be for the whole boat, and that sort of forces me to hold shares. Right, so like little psychological tricks can work. I'm not saying you got to do it, but like sometimes it's about finding what works for you to be able to try to hold for longer time periods on your trades, or just hold like 10%, 20%, whatever you determine. So we'll talk about Create ID maybe in a second. I know there's a lot of earnings to get to. I don't know how interested people are going to be in them though.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, Brandon, I don't know if you have that 90 break, but we just took some out at 91 there. So, let's see where it goes. But we just took a 90 break, flat 90s. I have 90 flat right now. We've been going long this whole way up, man. And today is just one of those days, Brendan, where, long, more longs, and short Intel and short Beyond Meat, apparently. Other than that, man, let's just keep going. Let's rock and roll. This is fun times.
Best part is, still 15 minutes to the open, guys. JP Morgan just out here with a price target increase on Mattel after a monster report for Mattel. So yeah, there are a few other noteworthy names here. American Express, another one. AXP reported really good numbers as well for AXP. So there's MAT, there's AXP, guys, on the earnings front.
All I'll say is both those names absolutely blew it out of the water. I don't know that anyone's gonna care too much, but like it's just, Mattel killed it. They crushed it. It might not be a day trade today. It's not doing any volume. I hate to say it. It's already broken out. If you're watching 23 all-time high, if you get any chance to buy this thing in the 20s, fantastic. But we're not going to see that today, so let's not even care too much about it. Look, there's simply no trade to make in Mattel other than to say they did unbelievably well. And if you own it, then hold on to it. That's all we can say.
Yeah, DWAC here, guys. You can't stop watching. Yeah, me neither, man. I mean, right now, like I said, we've hit our daily goal on these names, and we love DWAC, but I've also loved AXP. You guys remember me talking about this. Shout out to Shakib. Shout out to some of you that have been with us for a very, very long time. Remember when I said, you take out that American Express Black, and they're the ones that are going to be the main benefit from this reopen trade in this space. I thought that they were going to be better than Visa, better than MasterCard, and I'll have to look at the charts to see if that is true, but breaking now, all-time highs. When the big boys come out to play, they drop their American Express, and honestly, they talked about today, restaurants and all that is a big pusher for them, so that makes a lot of sense. They're breaking out new highs. I want to buy this name, of course. So we have some, shout out to Prad, some stink bids down here as DWAC is just continuing to go. And look at Fun, man. I mean, Fun is now $7.50. We're $1 right now. Hit the sirens, man. We're $1 in the money on Fun right now. Neil talked about that, breaking the day's high. I missed the day's high, no problem. Go in there, punch it again, man. This is Reckless Friday. We are just crushing it today. Going long on Fun, going long on DWAC a couple times, man. I mean, I think I probably would be the same. No, actually, you know what? I was going to say I'd be the same in the money here if I just held it all the way to the top, but that's not true because I did wicked short there. That was $3 or $4 in, and we took it. Thank God we did, because now we're testing new highs on DWAC, and we're long at 91.76. Sorry, that's what it's at. We're at long at 90 right now on DWAC, and we're long. There it is, man. There's Fun. Let's just keep hitting these home runs, man. Day after day after day. We keep pumping this out for you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I think we're the realest show out there. All my trades are 100% real trades. These are the real equities, man. We are $3 in the money on DWAC. We are $1 in the money on Fun. And we've been crushing these things yesterday and today. And here we go, man. This was no easier play than that day high break at 6. I should have 30 cents better, but I don't. But we'll hold this one and see where we go from here. But just back to AXP quickly, I talked about putting some low bids. I love this name. If we can get anything like around, where is my bid, just to tell you guys, 179.80. So if we can come back into this area, we'll take a bid. But then again, if it keeps falling, we don't want to get out. We don't want to lose what we've lost here on DWAC. But wow, now we're $3 in the money here on DWAC. Like, I don't even... this has just been quite a day, man. I hope all of you on the chat are loving this. And thank you for watching. This is Trader TV Live. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I want to get to Beyond Meat just a quick second. I think we kind of glossed over this one a little bit here. Beyond Meat, if it breaks 92, 88.50 is your support down there. It's down 15%. It's just a bad print for them overall with that revised guidance, and it's gonna stink. If it catches a dead cat bounce, you know what? I promise stop using that. If it catches a bit of a bid today and there's some buyers, it has to be almost. I almost think it has to be right now. It's actually trying to break a 93, and you have literally $1 worth of risk at this 93 level. So like I said, if it does make a bit of a move downside, there's probably from here $2.5, $3 worth of risk if you hold through 92. But if this gets going, I mean, even a reasonable return is going to be about $2 or $3 up to these 95, 96 levels. So I mean, I'll take a shot at Beyond Meat just because the risk to reward is fantastic at this point. But if it breaks the low, I'm not holding to that 88.50 support. Brendan?
CRTD, I mentioned briefly there, there's very, very loose ties to this whole DWAC thing. This is an NFT company. There's a blockchain aspect to this company as well. And there's a lot of talk online about a Trump NFT. So it would appear that is all. If you go to the daily chart, 580 to 6 is this area. If you go back far enough on the daily chart, it already came down into this area and kind of bounced off 460 to 450. So bit of a wide range, but you got to go all the way up to 580 to 6 and then on the bottom around 450 as far as support. But watch this as well. This is going to be the most important thing. Volume, guys, on CRTD.
Yeah, it's got increasing volume, by the way, just so you know. Like, that one's increasing in volume, whereas it's weird. DWAC volume has been pretty stagnant, but fun, I don't know. You guys tell us which way to pronounce it.
It's fun.
It's fun. Okay, so either one, I think
I did the due
increasing
diligence.
volume right now. CRTD probably has at least $1 before it breaks its top. So those are two longs I have on. I'll get Intel if it breaks 50, but for some reason it doesn't seem to want to. We should maybe look at the imbalances. I kind of feel maybe Intel's on it.
Yeah, maybe.
Hang on.
Right now, guys, so fun right now. We're up in the money, 400% up on the day, and we are now $1 in the money. Up $1. What am I talking about? Bang! DWAC right now, guys. 100. We are at $97 right now. $7 in the money for the People's Trader right now. $7 in the money. We'll see about that. We'll talk about Mr. Wonderful coming next week. We'll see what he has to say about all this. But yeah, we are now in the money, and I coined that new name, the People's Trader. I love The Rock, so the People's Champ. We'll go with the People's Trader right now, and that's giving myself a nickname. So let me know if you like that. We can also go with some Ric Flair business right now. But we are here for you guys. There it goes all the way to $97 there and stops. So let's wait to see where we go. But I don't know. I might get some out of this fun. Like, if we break below 750, I think we should maybe take some of this out or take it all out and then just watch that dollar go and focus on DWAC. But right now, yeah, man, we are there. Yeah, People's Trader. Okay, you like that? All right, so we'll do that. Yeah, the Commerce Trader is a good one as well. But either way, I like both of those as we continue to go. But, you know, as long as we keep busting out these ideas and you guys are here with us, you know, sharing these ideas with us, then we will succeed. I can guarantee you that. So let's just keep on rocking and rolling.
I'd be at least a little bit careful of a deep. It's probably too late now. I mean, 100 just did a deep pullback. There's no chance in hell that I would ever short something like this in the pre-market. So the fact that it got to 100, it's just, to me, that's just too reckless. This is what's happening. It's a deep pullback off of 100. Right. Maybe there's a chance at like an 85. There was a good level at 81, by the way.
There's a big pullback.
Those are your two levels that I think you can track. This is just 100. Like, people selling when it got to 100, it seems like to me, you kind of had to anticipate that could be the case. But there's 6.5 minutes to go till the open. Yeah, if this was like 9:29, I'd say you don't want to do much of anything. Just let the stock open a bit here. Let the market open a bit here and then take action. But there could be an opportunity if it gets to 85 with still like 5 minutes to go. That would give you enough time to maybe pop in, because there could be like one of those like opening market opens and then some sell orders come in just to take some profit that can't have access to the pre-market.
Yeah, for sure. So we did get out there at 7:30 on a drop of PHUN. So you're going to see 60 cents or so in the money there. Like I said, I meant to get out at 7:50. I didn't even have the order out there, but that would have been the out. So that's a good out for me. We're not reloading anything. I got to make sure that all my stop orders are canceled, which they are. Let's just watch DWAC. We only have a third of that position at 90 because we did get them out at 94 there for that $4 win, and then it went all the way up there, like Neil just mentioned, or brought it to our attention again at that 7. Sorry, I'm looking at fun right now. At 97 there, that drop on DWAC. So we'll wait for this one and see where we go. But yeah, there it was. So there's a quick out, and then we'll see what happens right now up to 97 again. We're gonna hold this and see. VWAP is at $84 right now. So I mean, you know, that could be something. I'm just looking around on the one. Yeah, 84. Yeah, so 84 has some support, I think, right into here. So we'll just see if that's a level of concern to go long here off the open. But remember something. As much euphoria as there is here for the long side of the trade, we do have an opportunity for this thing to dump like it just did. And that dump's not even that dramatic, Neil. We could have kept going.
The single best trade.
But here we go again.
The single best trade on GameStop, I remember, was when it halted like 7 or 8 times to the downside.
Well, here's 100 right now, Neil. So let's go. I don't know. This is the shot. I wasn't going short in front of 100. You mentioned that.
Not in the pre-market. You're crazy.
Exactly.
You're crazy
you are
to do it in the
crazy.
pre-market.
You are crazy. Period. I believe. Anyways, to go short this name. We will go short at some point. But there's 100. Bang through 100. There it is, man, all the way to the upside. And there's a $9 winner. How do we like that one, man? We are smoking. We still have 5 minutes before the market even opens up there. And there it goes. And by the way, your boy's back into fun right now. So let's keep having some fun, Brendo.
A little mesmerized by this, guys, but pretty impressive price action. Obviously, the watch list a little bit useless on a day like today, guys. So I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah, we have nothing to say.
So guys,
over
just
here.
I don't know. Like there was a quick scalp there. I'm doing this thing where I'm like reading the tape, and there was just like a free money trade off of an offer at 103. So I just quickly took it in and out. I don't know, something I was been working on when I watched that fund yesterday at 185, and I saw the same thing basically happening. It's hard to explain. I'm going to try to rationalize it, but at some point. But it was a quick and easy turn there. It should have been a reverse to the long. While this was happening, Beyond Meat went like crazy. Beyond Meat went like $1 in the money for me, and then came right back. So that stock is going nuts. 3 minutes until the open. This is absolutely insanity. At this point, if it doesn't halt at the open, I will be the most shocked person in the universe. There's going to be a monster halt trade, I think, at some point.
Where's Mike? I don't know if Mike is watching, but we also have on our good luck new Air Jordans again. So we have on the Jordans. We've got the casual flow right now. And right now it's $12. Here it is. Yeah, I'm going to put it back on my foot here, guys. But we are just flowing right now. $13 now in the money. And like I said, if we just held our first trade on DWAC at $81, then we'd be $20 in the money. But look at all the money we've made since then. And there it goes, man, breaking through 100 up to 113. I'm just going to hold this. I don't really have any expectations for where this can go now. I mean, can it go to 200? We mocked yesterday 200. Okay, we'll hold this till then, hopefully.
Whoa, what the heck?
And by the way, in and out of fun as well there. It goes right back to $8. We get long 750, goes right back to $8, and we'll hold a small piece for that one. So, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I don't know if Mike was in there, but shout out to you, Mike, there. I got the Air Jordans on. We had the Air Force Ones on before, but let's get going, guys. Let's just keep going to the upside.
So I just saw like a huge like vacuum open up on CRTD. I'm trimming to like about a third of the position I had on, actually half of what I had on just now, because I bought the dip in CRTD, and then it got up to 520, and then the bottom fell out of it to like $5. It came back to 520, and the bottom fell out again to $5. So I just want to make sure that at 9:30, I'm not holding on to too many, just because you don't want it to drop, and then you have too many shares that you can't reload at the low.
$20.
So that's what you want to do here.
Where's Trader Prad? What up, Trader Prad? Get on that DWAC. We have a $20 winner right now on DWAC. $20 in the money. Still Rip City on DWAC, man. This stock just continuing to go crazy. Shout out to Trader Prad. Trader Prad, I have the cheesecake is in the building. Trader Prad is also in the building. Let's show some Trader Prad right now. He's excited. Let's show some Trader Prad. Where's Trader Prad? Let's get him on the camera there. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he, Rob? Where's Rob? Where's Rob? Hello. Wake up, Rob. Robin Lucas. What's up, Robin Lucas? Hello, Robin Lucas. All right, we'll get that in a minute. There he is. What up, Trader Prad? You excited for the cheesecake, baby? Yeah, not that excited. Okay, thanks, Trader Brad, but we're getting ready to rock and roll here as DWAC right up to 115. Let's see what happens, man.
Watch out for $8 break on Fun. Fun is like this quadruple top at $8. Right at the open, it could take it.
What, Fun?
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, we're already 50 cents in the money on that one. This is like a carnival today, man. We're just going to sit here and watch. You know what? Sure, we'll calm down. You know, we have whatever. I'm just excited, guys. We're already, like, the cash machine goes brr today, man. I mean, this is what's happening. I don't even know, you know, this is why I come in every day. This is why I come in. Like right now, we're at 4 or 5 times daily gold, just chilling out. The market's not even open yet. $30 now in the money. Why am I even watching fun? Like, this is just cake right now. We are long at $90 right now on DWAC. I'm sure a lot of you are still long yesterday. So hit that money sign, guys. Get out. If you still have some from yesterday, you may want to trim 5%.
You got to take some profit.
10%, 20%. Take out something right now if you have this trade. This thing could go all the way back down. I'm holding this one. This is what we're doing. People asking what level you're looking at, Neil, but I don't really have any levels to the upside, but
150?
I've been long numerous times here today, and I am definitely not stopping this trade. Let's go, man. 2 and 1. Thank you, Ms. V. Hit it. We are open now, so let's just rock and roll. No point even looking at anything else. Fun, whatever. We'll take this one to the grave. We have very, very small shares on this one, but we have a $35 winner right now, $37 winner right now on DWAC. Let's just there 25, 130. Let's go. $40 in the money right now on DWAC. I mean, let's just go. This has been a big day, man. The biggest trade ever on Trader TV Live history is right here, right now.
Uphold.
Let's go.
I'm trying to get shares on the uphold. Probably going to see another halt on a Foon halt as well as it gets to $9 here. So if you got this one, look, I'm going to take an in and out on DWAC, but I just got
look at fun.
Fun through $9.
Let's go.
If this halts, it might be a bit of a hold, but you got to start taking some profit out. This is $9.50 to $10.
Let's effing go.
CRTD's at 520. That hasn't gone yet. If CRTD breaks the high, it might do the same thing these are.
Let's go. I mean, we are $3 now in the money. Yo, Rob Lucas, like, you guys got to clip some of this, man. Rob, you put together the best.
$10? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, $10?
They are not, my friend.
No, they're not. This is insane.
They are not kidding you.
Remember when I was pissed?
All.
Remember when I was pissed off on CEI about just having these take profits when it just goes through you? This just chewed through me at the open at like $8.30, at $9, at $9.50, at $10. Like, why even have offers out? I'm gonna hold on to some of this. Apparently, I got $10, $11. Now it's gonna halt. Upside halt on fun. I'm gonna hold through it. I don't know if I can get shares here. Can I get it? Can't get it.
Let's go. I mean, I look, there's a reason. There's a damn good reason, guys, why on the sticky note and why Brendan was just gave up on the morning show on the watch list for damn good reason. And that is because if you look here, looky, oh no. There you go. Ooh, I hate that option there. Look what happens on the sticky note today, guys. This is the one we have a few names, man. DWAC, long, 100, just go long. No need to discuss levels, just go long. We talked about that. I'll look at Snapchat, whatever, who cares. And then fun on there as well. Another Trump name. Let's go. Buy $5. Like, all we're doing, man, is just spitting this out. We're ready to rock and roll, man. If you're not having a good time here today.
Holy, CRTD, by the way, $6. That's going to take the high in 5 seconds. So, look, I'm watching fun. I didn't get the shares on fun in the halt. I did get the shares on DWAC on the halt. Apparently, I'm short Intel. I didn't even realize.
Let's go.
I actually didn't realize I got that.
I'm canceling all my other orders. This is stupid.
Intel's dropping. It's good.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just going to cancel all this other. I don't care.
Yeah, there goes CRTD. This should be halting like right now. Why is it? This should already be. Wow. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's probably going to halt in a second. 475. It's halting at 665. I'm going to try and get shares of this one on the halt. Can I get them? There should be liquidity on this. I was able to add a little bit on CRTD in that 15 seconds. Let's see if it actually goes into the halt. So adding to a 475 halt, so 475 at 665. That is quite the average in, I'll say.
Wow. Yeah, what a day, what a day. We're just tweeting that out again. Let's just wait to see where this opens up. I mean, I have no idea. This thing says it's tapping 150, Neil.
No. Is it? What? No, I'm not saying I don't believe it. It's just you don't see this happen, man. Like, you don't see this happen a lot. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Love that.
No, I mean, this is the thing, guys. Like, I'm not saying any of these companies fundamentally are this, but
no, of course
when you're
not.
Trading price action, like, you're just going to see craziness happen like this.
Yeah.
So I'm getting out of half of DWAC wherever it happens to open up and holding the rest. I'm going to get out of half of CRTD wherever it opens up and holding. Like, that's what we usually do with these types of halt trades.
Okay, so we can. I guess. Does it have to be 10 minutes? Because if it does, then
sometimes it's
there's no point in me
when
sitting
it's this big, it's a lot of times 10 minutes, but it could still be 5.
Right,
Like
so it's generally 5. So we only have a few more minutes. I mean, that halted, I don't know the time, but maybe 9:31. What else is halted, Prad? Oh, the whole watch list is halted. Attaboy. So that's what we're talking about. 325, 326. Pratt, I only have 3 names or 4 names on my sticky note today. You got to trade the names that are hot fire, and I can't wait to get Facebook down here if it does come through. I think Facebook's a buy, but we'll wait to see. I don't even really want to focus on the market today, honestly. I'm sorry if you guys want some action on Snapchat and things like that, but honestly, man, what's happening to me right now in DWAC is just on another level. So there's Snapchat. What did I write down for Snapchat here? Let's look at the 59 short, right? But again, it's not doing anything. It's kind of just bouncing around. If there is a short, now that we've built a level here on the pre-market, maybe it's 58.20. It's at 60 flat, basically. So the pre-market, it's at the pre-market high. So maybe there is something here through 60.50. If you don't think that report was that bad, you could take a Snapchat long through 60.50. I think we'll do that and then give it back a little bit here just in case that move is overdone. I'm not sure it is overdone. But we can give this back to $60.
While we're in a halt, we're going to go to Brennan in a second. It is worth mentioning.
Thank
I'll
you,
just
Ms.
say
V.
Tesla broke an all-time high at 9. So he broke 900. So there's Tesla 900 for you, Brennan.
I was just going to double check, guys, on PHUN while we are halted here. 68.8 million shares on the float for PHUN. Ocular Therapeutics, another one that was halted pre-market, news pending, negative news, trying to get back to the upside for those. I know there's a couple people talking about OCUL as well.
Guys, this is
I do have
the locator up. We've actually forgot to do the imbalance locator. You mentioned that earlier.
Go to Sean. Yeah, there we go.
No, I don't. I have to.
Can you sort by time?
No, I'm going to sort. I could sort by time. I'm going to sort by. Oh crap! This is going to open up before I find it. WD where WDDDDDDDD. OOMMMMIIDDFFFEDD. WDAC. Where is it? WD. I don't see it on here.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it on here. It's DW. What the hell am I doing? It's DW. I'm looking up.
Right.
I'm looking from W. Both of us looking there.
Oh my goodness.
We have no idea what we're doing. What kind of day is this? DWAC. It's a buy. So it's a small buy imbalance, but it's paired off. The warrants are a small buy. Now it's a small sell. So they're just pairing this off. So it is going to print up here. Can you believe this? This is going to be, guys. Now we're long. We took some more shares at the halt price, but our real long is this $90, man. We got out of a little bit there, and then we held it. So now we're going to have like a $70 win or so on this. Hopefully when it opens up.
Fun opened up at, where did it open up? Shoot.
12. 12.50. I'm not sure where that print came.
Yeah, 12 Fun opens up here at 12. Looks like it looks like maybe even 11.
11?
It traded up to 12.50.
I mean, it's a $5 winner on a $5
that
name.
goes 50% to the upside.
100% winner right here.
You're 50% up almost on CRTD from the open. You're 50% up almost on DW. So all 3 of these names have given 35 to 50% returns on the conservative side. This is insane.
Damn fun. All the way to 13. We're set. This is a 100% winner right now on fun. So we're long at $7.
Another up.
And it's going to halt again. I'm not going to take this one.
No, you can't.
It's going to fake halt. It's going to fake halt. Is it? Let's see. Is it fake halting? No, they're building it up. So
it's probably going to halt.
It's probably going to be another long, but I'm just going to keep with the shares. I'm just going to keep with the shares.
DWAC hasn't opened yet.
We're already doubled in the money right now, guys. Ooh, there it is. It's going to halt. There it is. Good one. I didn't even see these super chats. My bad for everybody. Love you, guys. Sean, you look best dressed gangster. Thank you so much, Dustin. Look, I go back to my roots, man. Trust me, from the streets. Okay, Damien, money. In since $10 yesterday. Hey, same with me, man. But I dumped those shares at 14 yesterday. Right here. But
I literally scalped a 4-cent winner at like 10 something in the morning because I'm an idiot. That's going to go down as the worst trade in history. At that time, it actually seemed like it was okay. It's obvious. Look, we're obviously looking at a 10-minute halt. I think we can all figure that one out there. CRTD does reopen there, guys. So it's still an opportunity to trade that. If you take the opening print, this is what happens to you. So I did, and that's going to look like a chunk move. But I did hold half. Now it's resisting 7 even. I'm taking profit because I'm already long at the halt on DWAC, and I feel like that's going to be the more volatile one. So I'm just going to take the win. We're buying 460s and $5 before, so if I can take a 660 and take an easy win there, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And then we'll roll the DWAC. I covered half of my intel just because I didn't want to be distracted by it, down at 49.5. It's still going to the downside, but I don't think there's anything else to look at today other than the movers.
My wife's saying to me on chat that I'm super hyped today, is what she's saying to me. So shout out. Thanks for watching, baby. I'm really happy that you're here with me, too. So thank you so much for that. Hopefully, I don't get all teared up there, but I don't think I will. So today, yeah, I mean, it's been a big day. Thanks to my wife for watching there. It means a lot. And we will be crushing that pumpkin cheesecake, which I think we all have doubts about because it's pumpkin and it's cheesecake. But it wouldn't be National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day yesterday if it wasn't a thing, right? I don't know. But anyways, I'm super proud of that cheesecake. So let's see. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it as well. And we'll be having that.
Oh, by the way,
10:55. And we're waiting for DWAC still. I'm just in these two positions, honestly. I'm not.
I only have DWAC on now just because. Like I'm in it at the halt price, which is 131. That's hairy if it starts to turn. There's now zero chance I would look at 150 for any kind of a short. If you short this, to me it's like 3 halts or 200, 250. Those would make maybe some like rational sense if you just sort of try to do like a 3 or 4 to 1 in and out as fast as you can type of thing. CRT, like look at this, like it's still going up. Fun obviously is in the halt trade right now, so the only one trading right now is Create ID, and it's still holding off of those highs. And if this is at the top, like, where are we going to open here? I mean, the tap is saying 160. That's been increasing the entire time here, Sean.
Yeah, I was going to say, a good point there on the chat here. Maybe I shouldn't be hyping up how good of a day this is because, if Marissa, my wife, is watching this, please keep the money tight because we'll, we need to, I love Brad, man. This
money gets spent before.
Yeah, so let's not spend. He knows what I'm talking about. He ain't even married.
Trust me, he thinks he knows. He doesn't.
Yeah, he knows. But he probably doesn't know. Yeah. So anyways, what's up? Thank you so much. But keep them tight, and maybe we will. We showed the Air Jordans for good luck, man. So hopefully that came through. Proud. I got the Air Jordans on today, not the AF1s. So shout out to Mike if you're here. I don't know. He has the Jordan, the Jumpman on the chat. But guys, thank you so much, man. More video games for Pratt. I don't know what Pratt's doing. He's getting hyped up over there as well.
Oh, he's
DWAC opening.
He's in the same halt
Brad.
we're looking at right here for sure.
Let's go, Brad. Sure. He's looking at DWAC as we all are, but this should open up like right now. Like it's 10 minutes. That's why I'm just kind of like.
Brendan, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if is there more news on this halt, Brendan? I just think it's standard. I don't know.
Guys, there's a big move in the overall market there. So just a heads up, the future is ripping back to the upside. The only thing I'm seeing right now, Biden is meeting with Pelosi and Schumer for breakfast this morning, talking about some funding to come possibly. So the future's made a big move there on that headline, it would appear.
Yeah,
CRTD just
some of these are a little overextended here.
So this just tanked 750 all the way down to 580. But guess what? Once again, it bounces off away from a potential halt down. So that was a theme in DWAC yesterday. Like every time it would dip, and if you were sitting, I know because I was short 27 times, you'd be in the money. It would look like it was going to go down into a halt level, and there'd be buyers all the way in front of it, and you'd see it bounce, and it was kind of like. If you can view the halt bands, it would be a winning trade. Otherwise, you kind of have to conceptualize it like 10% too fast. Kind of thing is happening here in CRTD already, which I think bodes well for the rest of these names. I don't actually have an explanation for why DWAC is still halted. When it's a standard volatility halt, it's 5 or 10 minutes. I don't see anything on the halt page that says any further explanation, like a quote resumption or anything like that. So we're just waiting for it to open back up at this point.
So DATS is also flying, and so is WeWork right now, up 25% today. So nice little flyer there. We didn't have it yesterday in our system, so I can't really show you yesterday's trade. It's just being populated now for us. We had a coding problem with that. So if you are with Day Trade the World, we can trade it today now, up that 23%. But it's just one move, it looks like, from 12 up to 14. I said that, honestly, I said I'd do more work on WeWork, and I didn't. So we're going to wait for this one to settle down and trade. There's a big size here at 1450. So it looks like that's trying to hold right now, but it is getting a hit. You can see like that's 50,000 shares. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome, first of all. Someone said that I need less caffeine. I probably need more. I haven't even had that many coffees. Like,
I haven't even
this is the one that I filled myself early, but
Where's
first coffee. And then what? Valeria came and brought it.
No, you're.
Oh, it's over here. I haven't even dipped into the one one that Marissa made for me. So that's not been dipped into
Holy
yet.
crap, I'm out of the money on Intel. I should have just got out of all of this thing, man.
Oh, no, now you're losing on Intel?
It's just going to be honestly, it's just going to be a distraction.
But there goes WeWork, and that's why we were talking about that, and I should have just shorted that. So, if you did see here, and look, I'm trying to go over some other names here because I do understand that although this show is completely free, we do want to appease everybody, and not everybody is trading these DWACs of the world. But WeWork did have a nice break there at 1450. We'll see if it can retest that. I don't really know of too many levels down there to look at. I did want to put an order in to go long on Snapchat, long. It's on here to short 59. So again, a little bit of I guess, my mind is not on all of these stocks here today. But there goes Snapchat. We liked the 59 break. We talked about 60-50, that high. We even wrote down on our sticky note here, short any pops. So we get that pop, and we didn't short it. Again, we're waiting to hear what happens with DWAC and Fun. But right now, here we go, right back down to the bottom here for Snap. I think we should take a shot here at a bottom
Before
break.
we go to Brennan, the warrants are actually still trading. You're going to see them actually pressing back toward. They pulled back hard. That's what drove CRTD down. And when they bounced, CRTD came back. So we're heading right back up towards the highs on the warrants. So we can watch these. Brendan?
Just saw this note, guys, for DWAC. So Refinitiv has an opening at 118.79. That was at 942. And then immediately halted once again. I've never actually seen anything quite like that before, so heads up. That might be why this is a little bit extended. But yeah, I mean, the average price right now is way higher.
Like what? More than 1,000?
So right now, DWA, the warrants here are testing towards the high of the day. I still don't know why we're not opening up on DWAC. You know what? I don't want, I'm trying not to, I don't want to curse. It doesn't make any sense, and it's a little bit ridiculous. Like, why is it a standard volatility halt across the board? You can openly trade the warrants.
Let's go Snapchat.
It allows us to get out of this thing. You're breaking the highs on the warrants. If this thing opens up now, it could open up at one.
Come over here, Neil, just quickly, because Snapchat is breaking at 58. So we're short 58.22 on this, and I'm not even getting out. So let's see what happens here at 58. There it goes. That was almost like a fake halt. It hit, it wasn't going to halt, but it hit 58 there. It resisted it. It's going to come back down. This is just a spike there. I mean, that's just a spike off that 58. So let's wait to see here what's happening. Yes, congratulations, Brad. Big time trade there for you. Hopefully you can continue with that. That'd be a sick one. Okay, so right now we're going to wait down to 58 right here, and we'll see how far down this thing can go. There it is. So I just talked. I'm not even bidding. We are bidding down below there in the 80s. We'll see if this can pick it up. We did talk about shorting Snapchat today. So there it is. And I mean, what this is. Again, it's lottery ticket time. I need to start buying. There it is. We were just at 50 cents on Snapchat right there, guys. So, I mean, another one, man. We in the building, and here we go with Snapchat. Beautiful moves to the downside. You wanted me to trade something else? Then there it is, man. There we go. Let's just go. Sit back, relax, catch some contacts, get some cognac, and wash that money through the laundry mat. Because today, that's what we're doing. Let's get hyped, man. Let's bring on that cheesecake, and let's just get ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm going to be back on the CRTD because the only thing you can trade is you can trade the warrants, you can trade CRTD. Fun is going to be halted right now, and I think CRTD is following pretty closely along with that DWACW. If we take out the high, which is happening right now on the warrants, and you can go on a 7 break here on CRTD, that's going to be a good opportunity. We'll take that one. Again, if we get any news, I was kind of asking Brendan if there was something going on. Did we just reopen on Fun? Just reopened. Yeah, I need to know why the hell we're not open on. This is getting really ridiculous.
$8?
15, it's 15, 16 is going to be, oh my goodness. There's no liquidity on this thing. That's actually crazy. I want to see if I can sneak a bid in.
Oh, man. First of all, I don't know. Where's Lucas? Because I need him to put me on the right Wi-Fi because my thing is I'm gone right now. So, all right. Yeah. I don't even, you're long Fun, right?
I was.
You were, yeah. So we're $11. We're $11 in the money right now on this trade, and just still rocking, rolling. Remember when I said like we made our day's goal? Well, I mean, what does that even mean at certain points anymore? Because here we go. This is a $12 winner on a $7 name. So, and it's going to halt again maybe right now. So, wow is all I can say. DWAC may never open again. I mean, it's
BS.
180, guys. So, I mean, let's go.
Well, the
someone yesterday said $200. Lucas,
remember that math,
the other Wi-Fi?
400, by what I was looking at was a tenth of Twitter was 400, or 440 or something along those lines. I could be wrong because I saw other people saying different things, but that's kind of crazy, right? But hey, look what's happening here. The warrants are have 69 as the top.
Whatever
there.
The one
There's a little bit less liquidity on them. I think it's a more dicey trade, but just sort of understand that despite the fact that they're cheaper, there's way less liquidity, so it might be even more risky to do it. But they just broke the high of the day there at 69 on DWAC. We can trade these, right?
I've never tried DWA. Oh, the warrants?
The warrants.
I believe so. Yeah, why not? Okay, so Snapchat right now, just based out at 57.50, but this is just another one. We have 55-cent winner on this one. You can see our other positions that we have on there, both Neil and I long, DWAC, and just excited for where that's going to open up.
Can't even get.
I am so just FYI, I'm taking out 60% on the open. Do you have a plan of action? Because
I always cover half.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I couldn't even get the break.
Pratt, it's 185 right now. This is nuts, man. So let's just wait to see where we go on this. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more here for me to tell you on this name, but for right now, we're tapping at 185. So that means that we could possibly open up near 180 right now for DWAC. So I just gonna tell you guys this, that some people are mentioning here they're long $10, they're long $12, they're long.
I'd cover on this
$50. I mean, this is just one of those plays where you have to cover on this open. You have to cover something on this.
You've got to.
I mean, look, even if you get out. How bad is it? If you get out at 180 and it goes to 200, I mean, sure, money is cash, money is money. Yep, that makes sense. But you want to make sure that you do put something in the pocket here. And I mean, I'm super excited. As I said, I'm going to get out of 60%. So I am sort of executing as I preach as well. So hopefully that's something that you guys are thinking about. And that's on my mind. And again, thank you for all the super
people have asked
chats.
where we keep seeing this number, like the 180. So it's a theoretical auction price.
Yeah.
If you're getting market data from like the NASDAQ or the New York and you get the imbalance feed, what's embedded in it is the overall net imbalance. It gives you an indicated price at that open. It gives you a current reference price. There's a few things in there that come in the feed that you get. So that's built into our system here at Day Trade the World. So ask your broker. If you can't see it, I do have something else I could say, but we can definitely look at it. So that's why we're telling you guys and sharing that information with you, but ask your broker if you can't see things like that. Maybe you have the ability to add it with an entitlement. I keep going back to the halt page just to see if there's any kind of resumption time here. And where is it? I can't even find it on the halt page.
Normally the market time would show it, but I don't, right now it's not, the only market times that are, maybe it's because it doesn't update on the NASDAQ. Don't I have NASDAQ here? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so there is no update on that. We could check it out here if I can find it. It's DWAC. So let's go over to D and find out what is on the imbalance right now. A, B, C, D, 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 D. There's too many on here. I'm just going to make a list. D, because you probably have
still no quote resumption time.
Still no quote resumption time. Okay, so DW, here it is right here. So there it is right there. We still have 6. I mean, it's done. So they've paired off so far. This is what it means. So it's on that. Oh, there's the time. I sorted by time and it didn't show up. I don't understand that. But there we go. So it still is. There's a buy side. So that's why this goes to, it's at 190 right now. Okay, so there still is some buy shares to go. So when they pair these all off and the orders stop coming in is when this thing should open. But we have, the best man in the business on the news for us. Yes, so we're going to wait to see if there is anything on this.
8 break on maybe on CRTD.
But 190, maybe CRTD going. We're already in fun in another halt. We're long $7. This day has been absolutely insane. So congratulations.
If you're a day trader too, these
we
breaks,
did get out of our Snapchat as well. By the way,
this is 8 to 850 clean on CRTD, and again, I'm always gonna scalp these. This time I'm actually gonna hold some on CRTD, but I get the 8 break clean there. I've taken a bunch out in front of 850, and now we're just gonna see where this thing goes. I want to say it hasn't run as far. Funds up. What is that from the open 3 times? So this is still at. I call it like 60% or something like that, if my math is even working at this point. So there's probably room to go. I think it has a loose connection. Fun had what seemed like a strong $9 now on this thing. Are you kidding me? Like you could have bought, this is insane. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Not seeing anything yet, guys, that's significant on this, but it looks like Dat Chat is also getting roped into this. Big significant move here on huge volume. It's worth mentioning from 950 to 1350. It's halted a couple of times as well. So DAT's going as well.
20,
Fun is
21,
open right now, 22, 23, 24. I mean, we're long at $7 right now. I've never even seen anything like this. $24, $25.
I've seen it once.
And still, and it's going to halt again. I mean, this is just insane. There it is, fake halt. So okay, nope, it does.
It's gonna halt.
No, it's gonna halt again. I'm still not going long on this. Like I'm still happy with. Nope, there it goes. There's the break. Fake halt again there, so it does not halt. And here's the crash downside. Wow. Okay, so yeah, wow. That fake halt there at 24 was it? Definitely. Now it's gonna halt to the downside. So you may want to.
It's halting down.
Yeah. You may want to get out of this if you can.
I'm covering. So I'm immediately covering CRTD because we're halting down on Fun. That's an easy decision, guys. I might even consider short if I can get into it. Like I've not.
Yeah, no, I missed it.
I've been avoiding short.
I missed it. I mean, I could have got out there and I should have, but we're still long at $7, so it's all good. But that 24 false break.
That was so.
That was a little bit easy. So okay.
I'm the worst short trader of all time. You could have covered no problem 950s. I covered CRTD, and this is me trying to get short. Now it's at 750.
Yep. All right, so I don't know about the worst of all time, but
$7. It could be. If this, why is this not halted down? It went $9.50 to $7 in one candle, and it didn't halt. Like, where are these rules even coming from anymore? Like, we're still halted on DWAC. That clearly broke a circuit breaker and didn't halt to the downside. None of this even makes any sense.
It just makes.
No, it makes money, but
dollars.
It just like the rules should matter at some point. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't. But I agree with you. I mean, it's silly me because the problem is that I should have got out of that fun. I saw that I was talking about it. Fake halt. Should just market it out. I don't even have market key set up on my, well, I do, but it's something that I never really hit. So instinctively, I didn't get out there. But fun now.
You're right.
Like, see, now it's tapping nice. $8. But so we'll see where that goes. If that's not an indication right now about DWAC, then I'm not sure what is. So I will be getting out of some of this on the open, which I hope that everybody does as well. Yeah, no, Brendan's not sleepy today. Trust me, man. He's just letting the action come to it right now. If there is any news, Brendan's still on top of absolutely everything for us. So
watch out for these.
If that does come back. So just an update, man. We will throw out some hot dogs here for Snapchat because, again, man, we hit that day low break. And I'm only trading the names that are on the watch list today. I will go back over, on the sticky note, I will go back over to Facebook and have a look to see what that's doing. But there's a nice break on Snapchat. We took 50 cents, we took not 50 cents. It went down to 57.50. We took 80 cents there, 80 cents. We took 20, where were we short there? 22 out 80. So yeah, that is my bad. That was 50 cents there. And then we took again on the 58 break back to the upside another 20 cents. So I believe I just heard a call for Brendan. What's up, Brendo?
Another one, guys. IZEA starting to go here. Just popped up on volume. Not seeing, again, anything significant. Watch CRTD getting back up to that halt area once again as well. But IZEA, the latest one to pop up.
Anyone's like, the reason I'm angry over CRTD is because when one of them's halting down, that was an easy turn, right? And we can short this name, and I was long $8, was able to cover at $9.50, and there was ample opportunity to get this to the short side, and it went $2 to the downside. So, I'm hard on myself because I feel like there's 0% chance I should ever miss a trade like that. Like, that's an easy shot. Like, I've been waiting all morning long for an opportunity to catch a turn on one of these, and then there was the shot. So there's obviously still some long trades to be had. If you're watching DWAC and that's the granddaddy that you want to be looking at, you can still, like I said, you can still trade the warrants. There's not as much liquidity. I was able to get breaks easy on CRTD, like no problem getting liquidity for shares. But catching the break on the high of the day in DWAC, I couldn't get it. It went like $10. So I don't really love the notion of trading it. There's so many opportunities in the other three that's where I feel like that's where we want to stick to. Either way, you can be trading this. You can watch while this is moving to get an indication as to where things are going. I have it up on one of my charts, but liquidity not nearly as good.
Yeah, guys, thank you again for the show. Today is Merch Friday, so if you want to pick up some of these hot items. We have the hats, and they're actually really great quality. So are the shirts, and my favorite, like I said, are the hoodies. So get prepared if you are on the East Coast or Midwest. Winter is approaching. Isn't there a Game of Thrones something about that? Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. So
whatever.
we'll wait on that one. But okay, so Facebook down there to 323.
No.
A lot. These are buys, man. I mean,
No, that's too
I
far.
think you got to buy Facebook on all of this weakness today. Snapchat down 22%. Facebook rocking. You know what? One name that we haven't looked at was Twitter. Down. I'm not as. Although, thank you guys. Twitter. Oh yeah. By the way, I think I cracked 25,000 maybe on Twitter today. So thank you so much for all of that. Oh, 24.9. If you could follow, please do so, man. 24.9. Let's see if we can get to 25.
PayPal right now. PayPal.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the recovery on PayPal. 241 right into a triple top at 245.50.
Yeah.
It's trying to break out right now. I'm going to take a shot at it. I mean, it just broke 24.50.
I think PayPal.
That's like a triple top. You had level here yesterday as well. That could be bullish, man.
That's a good look. I think PayPal cancels that Pinterest deal, but I don't. I mean, they didn't cancel what deal? They don't even have a deal.
I want to sell my Pinterest shares when they buy them. Don't
sell it now.
I don't think it's a good deal for you, but do
sell
it anyway.
Now. I don't know.
I don't think it's a great deal for them.
I mean, it'd be silly to sell it now, and then they do announce 70. I mean, we do have the rabbit in the hat there. That is supposed to be 70.
I'll sell 69.
That's what I'm saying, right?
What if they announce that deal? I'll sell 68.5, I think.
Okay,
it'll take over a year to close.
Forget this nonsense. Oh, Pinterest is down to 58? Okay, this deal's not happening, guys. Honestly.
If it's not, then PayPal should be $10 higher.
PayPal's a screaming buy. I bought more yesterday. I mean,
$10 higher.
I tweeted that out, and I love PayPal. So, but anyways. Like, you think they're going to pay $70 for a $58 name? I mean, then honestly, if PayPal does that, then I don't know. I don't think. I mean, maybe Brandon, maybe this is a story you can. I don't think
it's breaking 46.
There's any definitive agreements here. So
no, there isn't. There is no.
I think that would be nuts for them to do that.
It's a Bloomberg report.
Okay, so let's look at DATS. I mean, DATS flying right now. Again, that's up 10%. We can keep trading the same names over and over again. I mean, right now, man, I'm long like. You know, initially on DWAC long 90, this is going to be a $100 winner, $100 winner on DWAC. So let's call it what it is. That was a big move, and there's DATS. So that was that top move on DATS there. We'll see up to 13.14. So you do have some past resistance levels at $14 on DATS. Let's go. What just happened? Where did we open? Okay, so we opened up way up there. What did I just get printed out at, though? 175 we got out at 175 right there, guys, on this name. So DWAC.
Now, instant down halt.
Yeah.
So I'm trapped in the second half and the rest of these shares, though.
Oh, man, that was monstrous, man. We got out of 60% of our trade, and now, Prad,
you couldn't even get the short.
Let's go, Trader Prad. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy we like. That's coming on Memes and Movers. I mean, I'm not even gonna have a voice, but wow, and more wows. So really happy where we got out of that. Now it's just cheesecake time at 10:55. But let's just go, man. Prad. Fantastic trade, man. Super happy for you. Now I don't have to pay you anything because you're making all the money trading. So good job, Prad. We'll hold out on the payment now because you're killing it on trading. Good job there, Prad. Very proud of you, man. You know that. So good job there. Now we'll see where this opens up. We've already destroyed this stock, so congratulations to everybody else, man. Let's just keep on going, man. That machine just goes brrr all day long.
So did I get out and short on DWAC? I actually got a fill there.
Oh, good.
So yeah, looks like
short is going to be good for you.
DWAC short might be okay, but I also took a short in CRTD. So CRTD, when this halted to the downside, fund is still halted down. I decided to take a shot. By the way, PayPal's still going. It's actually PayPal. If they cancel this deal, PayPal's breaking 250. But look, I'm not saying they're canceling the deal, but it's not impossible. It's actually not crazy for PayPal to turn around after what happened to Snapchat and say, hey, wait, guess what? We were just talking about it. Now let's put that in the back burner if they do, to the moon. So I did jump into this trade on CRTD just because everything was coming down at the same moment. So whatever. Like if it breaks $9, I'll get out of it. I have a wretched price. My price is $8.18 on CRTD here. So it's a horrible risk to reward, but I wanted to catch that turn because I think it could come back into VWAP. So it's kind of, I don't usually like to risk $1 to make $1, but that's kind of what I'm doing here.
So let's just wait to see. I mean, I think DWAC could open up a lot lower. So, I mean, I don't wish I was in the short, but I think that's going to be a good trade. I just wish I'd covered my position there. But yeah, let's look at Ethereum. As Ethereum right now, guys, starting to head to the south side, just touching $4,000. So we're going to watch out for ETH today, just touching $4,000. We can look at BTBT. This is Bitcoin as well. Can't move it over. Bitcoin's not doing anything. Is this right for Bitcoin right now? 61. Okay, so the chart just is a little bit whacked out here. Oh, that's because it's a daily chart, my bad. So let's put it to a 1 minute chart. Ever since I switched over from Kraken, yeah, there it is. So yeah, crypto right now falling down as well. So we can have a look here. Let's check out some Coinbase. We missed that yesterday on Coinbase when a lot of these markets were falling back down. So yeah, there it goes. So Coinbase cracking through 300 right now, down that 1% now for Coinbase. There it is. So crypto falling and Coinbase straight down $15. $20 straight down on Coinbase. So again, this is what we're talking about, guys. You got to cash out when you have some of these wins. But I'm long on Coinbase for a long time, and I will be. But I just mean day trading there. You got to watch all of your things. You got to watch the equity. You got to watch the underlying. And we're going to watch out for this DWAC reopen. Now, it looks like it's tapping the same price. So we'll see where that's going.
It might open up, man. Honestly,
I don't know. Where did Fun close? 18. Fun is tapping 14. So I don't think DWAC opens higher, but we will wait.
I think it'll be stronger overall than CRTD. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. Happening now.
Oh, sorry.
With Brendan.
All right, guys, lots to talk about so far today. Let's have a look at how North American markets are shaping up. We are red. On the NASDAQ, tech stocks back to the downside, 0.4, in fact, for the composite in the 100. Basically, the Dow 0.3 to the upside. S&P 0.02% as well. Pretty flat here in Toronto. Overall, I did note that volumes across the index is a little bit lower once again today. A couple of things of note. It's amazing to see, stocks with catalysts that typically would be the biggest trades of the day, not really doing anything. Yeah, Snap kind of teetering here right at day lows, but overall, I mean, compared to what we're seeing elsewhere, same story here with Intel kind of teetering near day lows, but overall, I mean, the action is what the action is, guys. Back over to you.
Dude.
What? I apologize, Brendan. Me and Neil were just talking about this trade today. Is there not news on PayPal or what? It just dropped again. Okay, I don't know. I guess there's really nothing happening on PayPal. I do want to give a
I just dropped into view. I'm reloading.
Welcome, Valerie there. Thank you so much for becoming a member. It means a lot to support the show. We do this every day for free, and thank you so much, Damien, as well, man. I hope you guys are getting some education.
Yeah, it opened up. It did open up.
There it is. Okay, yeah. So there it goes. 150, 160, 164, 169, 172. We are now higher than where we were off the open, guys. So a big trade here on DWAC. Let's just let this thing settle down, Neil.
Okay, so I said open up.
There it goes. Now it's halting again.
Now it's a halt down again?
This is nuts, man. I mean, I just want...
this is gave you nothing on the reopen.
How do I get out of this? I mean, I don't think I can get out. So
I'm now short on this down halt, which, I mean, I don't know. Like this, we'll see what happens. The last one didn't work, so why not do it again?
I mean, that went all the way to 170.
Logic, right?
That went all the way to 170 there. And I didn't even get out. Brendo?
There's a comment here, guys, from the Digital World Acquisition Corporation CEO saying, details coming. That just out there at 10:06. I'll read through this.
Okay, now I just feel silly because, I mean, still being in this trade when we went all the way back to the previous haul price is a little bit crazy, but we're letting it fly today, man. I mean, this is, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants a little bit here. Let it go, yeah. Because if you have kids, then shout out to your kids as well. But there goes BTBT to the downside here. You can also look at the Ethereum Trust, let's just look at GBTC because right now that's a name that you can trade too if you're looking at Bitcoins here on the OTC market. So you can see this has been straight to the downside as crypto's bouncing a little bit now. You can see we did touch 61.5. Now you're back to 60. We touched 62. Now you're 61.8 there. So a nice little move down for Bitcoin. But if you thought that Bitcoin wasn't going to retest 60,000, then I think you may be proven wrong at some point because I do think it is going to test that. So we'll wait to see where we go. FAMI's bouncing. Crypto is a good play, man. We last bought some ADA. We also bought some Solana as well, and that's been marching. Have to check out some Ripple. But right now, Disney and Facebook, I mean, Facebook's still cracking lower, man. I mean, I think it's overdone on Facebook, but they report on Monday after the bell. So
that's the tricky part, right? Because you have earnings usually want to wait.
I was going to say, maybe you want to wait.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not, I mean, I'm going to be buying Facebook. If we ever get even just a couple bucks lower than this, I will be buying some. So get ready for that. We can't buy while we're on the show, of course, because, you know, a little bit of a conflict of interest. I don't want to be doing something on both sides, so we're not going to do that. But, you know, if we can get some shares down here, 318, 320, something like that, when we're off air, we will do that. And I'll buy some on Monday as well. Facebook's they've already talked about this.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I want to talk about
here's the
Snapchat
difference. They have they know what they're doing with this. Snapchat dropped the ball, right? Like they didn't have kind of a plan for this, which everyone knew was coming. And I'll answer this question before we go right back to you, Sean, because I don't know when fun is opening back up here. It's been like 13 or 14 minutes, and I think it's a standard volatility halt. So much like we were sitting there waiting on, and by the way, now CRTD's at $7, so that did crater. But I don't know, I wish I could give you a story on why some of these halts are longer than others, but there's just nothing to say. We're just as clueless as you guys as to why they're holding longer on some or others. So it is what it is here, Sean.
Yeah, I think we have Brennan right now, and I'm just debating getting out on this opening print. So I might wait for a 130 break or something because we're long 131. So we did throw some money back, but thank God we got that print there at 175. What's up, Brendo?
There is this GROM as well, which is GROM Social Enterprises. They actually had their own news today, guys, with more parental controls and safety features for their platform as well. So GROM, all kinds of halts and nonsense on this one as well. 42%.
So we'll ring the red. I don't know. I haven't even hit any of these keys. I have to hit something muted for trades like PayPal because it's like the level of volatility that you're seeing in some of these other names. Like this is like that GameStop AMC stuff. So like the regular trades are, you know, it's like, okay, hey, buy some VWAP on PayPal, get a breakout and make a buck, buy VWAP, make a buck, try to hold out to see if he can get back to like 250, which by the way, I don't think actually happens unless they come out and say they're not going to do this deal, but that's probably not going to happen for us here today. So you are cratering still on CRTD. I am short on DWAC, so we'll see what happens when it opens back up. I'm just like same plan. I'm going to cover most of it at the open, market on open print, and then see what happens with the rest. I actually got back into Intel and then I mean, crazy enough, like they're 50 short, I made 50 cents, I reloaded and got out instantly. It just feels like a bit of a distraction for me today. Like 50-cent winners on Intel. Normally, on Intel, that's actually usually a pretty good move, but today it's like, it's just a distraction. So if it breaks 51, then I'll be wrong because I thought it was heading lower. I think you can wait to 43 to 46 to buy this stock in the long term.
IBM is pumping right now, so we did get out of some of our IBM yesterday. We did talk about that, and we switched over into PayPal. Oops, it's of course it's a New York stock. I shouldn't have done that though. I know it's a New York stock, but it's because I was just looking at Facebook. Yeah, IBM. Okay, yeah, it's pumping. Yeah, it's nice. You know, so we got out of half of our IBM. We did talk about that yesterday at higher than this price. I think it was about 132-ish or so yesterday. Yeah, on that break. So yeah, so 132 and change. Oh no, that's the daily. Yeah, right there. So this is the daily chart. So that is where we got out. So still a little bit better than today, but you know, IBM was tanking all day, every day.
We're at 135.
So we're at 135 right now, 133. You break through 131, we'll get out of this one, but we'll see where it goes now to the upside. 132. It's going to get hit down right now, probably through 130. Again, if this breaks through 131 where I'm long, then we'll get out with nothing to really, you know, we don't need to deal with this anymore. It's a big win for us. Here it comes right back up to the upside. Maybe we don't look this gift horse in the mouth and we just get out right now. A big win for us up to 142 now. It's a $10 winner. We could just get out of this one. 143. I don't know, but it's dancing around right now.
Yeah, you know what? For me, I'm just going to take it out here. Like I had the short and look, man, it's had too much of a bid, and look where it held. See,
yeah.
This is the up halt price that it's holding here at that 131. Like it breaks here, and you could have had a monster short. And I just look. Sometimes we talk about like believing in it. It's like forget about it. I had this short twice. I'm just gonna take the money and run, and it halts down because multiple halts down was the golden ticket one time on it was GameStop. And at some point when it does this, it's like bang, bang, bang. I want to say it was 7 times in one morning when they had that nonsense about you can only go short or you can only go, they weren't letting people go long or whatever, you can only sell. And then it halted multiple times down. When that turned, it was probably one of the greatest like trades. It was the first time it actually caught a bid. So like you halted down a few times, You then resisted breaking through like the next support level, and then the second it came up,
Yeah.
whether you got the retake of like, so like let's say it opens up and bounces off of 100, right? So whether you got 100 or you took like a 110 break, whatever the range was, or whether you took a previous halt break, or whether you just got long when it halted up on that rebound, like all of those trades were crazy that morning. So I kind of feel like DWAC is going to give you some kind of a look like that if it halts multiple times down. I mean, it's almost a joke to say support levels like $100. 80, those kinds of things would be go zones for sure. But it's only 10:15, and it feels like we're at the end of the day right now. Just how crazy this has been. Like all the executions, all the movement. This has gone bottom to top now, 100 to 175, and we could retest 100 on this reopen.
Wow. I mean, yeah, okay. Is it 4 p.m. yet? Yeah, we're pretty exhausted right now. I mean, I hope you guys had a great time. That was a lot of fun. I think we're both. You said you're out. Yeah, so I think we're
now
both
flat.
I'm flat too. So, I can just show you. So we got out of that 131 break. We should have. Oops, that's fun. We should have gotten. So there it is. So that was that last halt. We did take that piece out and then we held it. Should have got out on this. This was really the out up there. We should have like a 150 tick. We should have that. But instead we get out there at 130. So yeah, we did leave some money on the table. So yeah, hopefully Marissa, you didn't spend it all. But you can still spend some. Up to 176. So that was a good trade, man. I mean, we were long 80s. We were long 90s into this halt, remember? So, that was a big trade. That's a $90 winner. So from there to there, we just took some fun shares there on the halt, which made it even more fun when it printed up $50 there on that halt. So this reminds me for sure, Neil, of AMC days. So, but now
there's nothing else to compare it to.
Now we'll just watch it. Yeah, really. Yeah, GameStop, AMC. Well, there's Tilray. Tilray went ham.
Oh yeah,
that one time
that's
there.
Fair.
Apple, though, you know what? Let's go back to the market now because now I can just calm down. Well, I mean, I'm always calm. Remember?
Oh yeah, Tesla's at 9. Somebody just thank you guys. Tesla's at 907. Like,
Yeah,
that was
Tesla
probably
broke 903 today, which was the all-time high.
That was probably a good break too. 900.
Not probably, yeah. There's 150.20 on Apple. That's probably a good break as well. So let's do that. Let's take an Apple break here of 150 and change. I'm about to get that Apple Marissa wants the 13 Pro. I'm going to go with the Google Pixel 6 because I love Google and I've been supporting of them for a very long time. So we will continue to support Google with the Pixel 6. But right now, the Pickle 6. But we are going to wait for 150.20 here on Apple. It's bouncing off VWAP. We do have some resistance, obviously, up there. So we're going to watch out for that. If the market goes, obviously Apple goes as well. We got out of Apple at 152 and never bought back in. So, wow, we're going to the upside. What's up, Brendo?
As there are some other noteworthy things going on in the market today. One of those Cleveland Cliffs monster moves. I mean, this is a stock that typically does nothing. Up 11.5% here off a huge report for CLF, guys.
Yeah, they reported, right?
Yeah, but this is a kind of honestly, this is the kind of day it is. Like, what other day would you have Mattel and like American Express blow it out of the water and no one's talking about it? Tesla breaking 900 and no one's talking about it. Cleveland Cliffs making monster moves. Like, I own shares of this stock. I didn't even notice this happening. Look, obviously it is what it is. Why? Come on, give me a break. I just typed it wrong twice. Load. Like, when are you seeing moves like this and we're not even, you can get excited about it, but we're not even covering it. So Cleveland Cliffs, absolutely gonzo. There's no levels to look at, and I love seeing that. So a clean break. Look, and if you're paying attention to these things, which most times when these types of opportunities are not happening in the market, which is most times, then you see something like this, consolidation, and then last week top end break at 22.25 or so. Like, that's just a golden setup for a breakout trade on Cliffs. But like we said, the money was in DWAC today. The money was in Fun. The money was in CRTD. Things like Intel and Snapchat kind of went to the wayside. I had PayPal because I think it's, there was an opportunity on a top end break that I happened to see here. And we didn't even talk about Beyond Meat. Well, we did talk about Beyond Meat, which whoops, why is that a long clip? We did talk about Beyond Meat. I tried a shot at Beyond Meat, took the long. It actually gave me a winner, and I just said, forget about it. I'm just going to go with a tight stop and walk away because there was other opportunities, and I felt like it was going to be a distraction. Oh, by the way, that's actually back up to 94 and giving you a bit of a consolidation. I'll zoom in so you can see better. Giving you a bit of a consolidation for maybe like $25 break. So it's catching a bit of a bid and a possible bounce here on Beyond Meat despite being down 13%. So it is a wild day in the market for us to be, dead flat on the futures essentially, just going sideways. And yet it's the most exciting day that we've seen since I don't know, GameStop 500 probably that day.
Yeah, this might even be more exciting just because
it was more tradable.
Yeah, and how it happened. We were watching it yesterday, and then today it was nothing but excitement there. And Pratt, buy yourself that 3080 now, buddy. You don't have to ask me for no BS graphics cards, bro. Now you can dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Now we're tasting some real cash. Congratulations, Pratt, again. Good trade for you, my man. Okay, so we do have AXP. I did talk about putting down a bid, and we did have a bid down here, but AXP never really fell off the open. What a great quarter for them. They are the best, in my opinion anyways, play here. Not just fintech. They're not obviously not traditionally a fintech, but the technology that's in these plays right now. I mean, I love AXP. You can check out MasterCard as well. I believe that's a NASDAQ name, and I'm wrong on that. MA to New York right now, 358. Let's just check the chart out on MasterCard here. If and when it loads, MasterCard, I don't think it's had the same run up as AXP has. So yeah, there we go. So look at that. So there you go. We talked about American Express being the best of the best there, and it looks like that's going to be right. I didn't find my way into it, but I'm glad we talked about it, and I've been recommending American Express for a very long time, and I think it's even beating Visa as well. Yeah, so Visa, I mean, look at these charts here for Visa and AXP, right? They're all hovering down here, or MasterCard, and then look at AXP, and you can see that's a much different story here now with them. So maybe opportunities on MasterCard and Visa as they're coming to report. I hope we can do. There it is. Tesla hits intraday record all-time highs of 908, guys. So congratulations, anybody long Tesla. That didn't take that long. I thought it would be Christmas time when we were back to all-time highs. Glad we re-upped our shares at 660, guys. Brendan at the big screen over there talking about a name that Neil was trading, Mr. CRTD.
Oh, he was all over that.
Hey guys, yeah, we mentioned it just before the open. CRTD, the other one that kind of got caught up in this craziness in the pre-market this morning, ends up being, an amazing two-way trade. 6 even was the level that we were talking about in the pre-market. It looks like nothing now, but it did give you a quick flush off of the open before that enormous run-up happened. There was a massive battle where we got some of these biggest volume spikes around 5 even. So make a note of 5 even because the volume that went off here was absolutely enormous before it did finally break to the upside. Took a couple of shots at that. We're back below VWAP now as well. If you zoom in a little bit, watch this 750 seems to be a bit of a level. I am short once again on CRTD under VWAP. Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, CRTD has been, and the good thing about that one, and why it probably makes sense for you to be on it there, Brendan, is it's been, I want to say, resisting the urge to halt. It should have halted several times. It just hasn't. But at the end of the day, like trading something which has been moving, giving you the chance is not a bad idea. Just to go, there's other things happening in the market. We've talked about this. DATS, which halted up, made a fresh high at 13. That's come all the way back in. And if you look at this, there is this 10 level here before it started to get going and up into the halt. Consolidation at 10 break. After the halt down, it held 10. It's held 10 a couple of times here. So just going back into the 15-minute, because hey, like you look at a level like this 10 area, and you did have previous resistance there. You got some support. I guess when you go way back, you got some support on the way up, but it's been resistance at 10. So if it can hold that level, maybe a decent sign. The only thing that scares me about it is as these all start to come to the downside, and it's like funds not opening back up, man. It's just, I don't know why. And if we go test 100 on DWAC, like you don't want to be caught holding the bag on these bad boys, right? Like as a day trader, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to even pull up this chart. It makes me sick to my stomach on fun. I covered everything. I could have held on, and I had finished.
Were you short? What do you mean?
No, I was long. And I was
you
like,
covered early.
And I said to someone was asking, how do you manage to hold on to 10 to 20% of the trade? And on plays like this, one of the tricks I usually use is like no matter what your default is set to, just reset it to 80 to 90%, and then tell yourself, it's a psychological trick to make sure you hold on to a little bit. And I didn't even do it here. But as we wait for this to reopen and for DWAC to reopen, and if it doesn't open in the next 10 seconds, and I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't want to get into something to the long side like that's been making a run sympathetically. I want these to reopen, and then we see what's happening. I'm out of DWAC. I took the profit on the short, and then here, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have. Here's $100 breaking. If it does not halt here at 99 and goes to the upside, then it
What are we
could be an
talking about?
absolute jailbreak.
Oh my God, DWAC is breaking downside. Oh,
Halting 99 down.
I don't know if I want to go short on this.
No, I'm waiting for the turn. I'm not going short.
Wow, I didn't even realize that was open there.
I'm waiting for the long. This is why I didn't want to take.
Yeah.
This is why I'm not going long.
Yeah, you're 100%
I'm not
right
going
on
long
this.
anything, man. It just halted down at 99. So,
Bro, you good, man? I mean, that was.
I was short twice. I had 55 short. I mean, it's not like I lost on these short trades, but it's like.
We
Out
can
in
always
front of the halt,
always look back.
133. I'm taking $10 and it would have been 50.
Yeah. I mean, look at Fun, man. Fun is not doing anything either. I mean, it went all the way up to 24. I don't have a tick out up here, so I mean, it's all the way back up. Wow. I mean, I don't have too many shares, but we were too focused on DWAC to have done anything with Fun there, but we should have. And remember what we always say, guys, like what goes up must come down, and I feel bad if anybody got burnt there, but you heard Neil and I, and I think that's why our community is watching us. I hope so. Because
even you guys are saying it. If you're not, you can watch this, man. You can learn from all this.
Yeah,
you don't have to do it.
And I mean, we took a shot, right? We took a shot. We were long early in the pre-market. We scalped it out. Remember, I was up like $11 or something, just net wise when all this, even before I had the $100 winner. Like we were up. I don't even know what's going to show on the list there how much I've made on this thing, but we don't show our profits because this is the reason why. It's irrelevant how much Neil or myself are up. I mean, it's not irrelevant to us personally, but as far as the show goes, you can see all of our ins and all of our outs, right? A purple's going to be a short. I took a short there. I made $4 on the short, got out at VWAP. That was part of the plan. Then we broke through 84. We took that up to 89. Okay. Then we took a 90 break. So that's so even here, $80. I'm just going over the trades, man. $80 out 87, right? Then we had a mistake there. We got overfilled. And then, so we got out. Then we took the short at 84 and got out at VWAP 82, okay? Only $2. Then we take that break of 84, cover it at 88. That's another $4. So we're up like $11 or $12 at this point. Then we take a 90 break and get out at 92 or whatever this wick was, 90, 91, 92, 93, something like that. Then we hold the rest. We hold the 50%. Then it goes up. Then we get more shares there, right? We don't get out of anything in here, waiting for that home run. Then all of a sudden the home run comes, we empty out of 60% of our position, and then we get out right there to make sure that we have no losses on this. Out right there, lots of opportunity to get out. Even if you were worried, you could have got out in this candle, right? But there was a good opportunity. I'm not nervous now, but DWAC is going to come back in. So just I hope everyone's careful. And that's the one thing about what we do here, trying to preach. And if you go over, and that's why when we talk about Pratt, I mean, you heard me say that I was proud of him. He messaged me and said, "Thanks, Dad." But the point is that no, and that means a lot to me, honestly. I have a kid that's not too much older than Pratt, right? Or not too much younger than Pratt. But so the point is that he got out a lot near the top, and I think that's kind of what we're trying to teach, and we're trying to teach that to you guys as well. But anyways,
and you don't have to bottom pick.
Good luck with everybody.
Yeah, you don't have to bottom pick this thing. I just think there's going to be an opportunity here. That's why I'm looking to do it. It could reopen here, and if you kind of look at these patterns, it might open like 80, 65. I'll tell you this much right now. Like if this finds a bottom at 65 or 80 or one of those and manages to retake 100 and close above 100, this isn't over. Like if it does, if it crosses a couple of hundred, like hundreds of millions of shares today and manages to close above 100 at this point, then that's going to strongly resemble what we saw in GameStop. It's just at some point like this kind of retracement should break it, right? Like, and if it doesn't break it and you're not back to that 40 support from yesterday, it doesn't continue all the way down, then sometimes you just have to accept that there's a level that it wants to hold at that might not make rational sense to some people. And that's why we're trying to trade price action. And it's going to be like some of these trades will look like pie in my face, right? Like it's just, or in anybody's face. Like I candidly, remember when it broke 100, I was like, ooh, this is a quick little momentum drop out. And I shorted 103 to 100 because I'm like, that seemed pretty easy. It literally in 5 minutes was halting up and I was going long at 130. So in 3 minutes, I went from short 103 and out in 10 seconds, in probably 3 seconds if I actually look at the trade. And then I was next thing I know long at that price. That's insanity. So understand that I also believe it's insane, but we're going to try to make some trades here. And if it bounces off 180 or if it reopens, say, call it like 90 even, resist breaking this support here at like 89, and then jailbreaks back through this whole price at 99, that would be a long trade that you can take. So there's lots of opportunities here. It's now a half an hour with fun, so I don't know, whatever. It'll open when it opens up. None of this makes any sense to me. These are not news halts, right? Like, we're not waiting on the company to say something here. Everybody understands what is going on, and we know it's all crazy price action and low float movers here. These are all liquidity halts, right? Like, we don't need a statement from the company. We don't need anything. Just open it up so there can be price discovery, and that's all that needs to happen, right? Because the longer this goes on, it's just, I don't know what's going. Again, it's just kind of frustrating because there's rules that should be followed when it comes to these halts. And if it's not going to be that, then I want to understand what's going on. So the next time we're not sitting here for a half an hour.
Yeah, let's go to Brendan, and then I'll talk about these imbalances.
I just saw Beyond Meat, guys, pop up here on a volume spike. So trying to get back through some key levels, 97 or 96.5, I guess it was, that broke their day highs, or not day highs, but in session highs for BYND.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying some BYND there off that low, and then all of a sudden, like we say, we get distracted and people asking about funds. So we will look at AMC as well in 1 second here. But thank you so much for all of the super chats. I think this is our first Egyptian dollar here, so thank you so much for that. You're welcome, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much to Damien for the big shot there. Thank you to Hector, man. So that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So for the suspensions, Trump NFT soon, CRTD, we've talked about that. If you're just joining us for the first time, Brendan, rewind a little bit. Brendan talked about CRTD on the screen, and Neil's been trading that a little bit. But here we go. So these don't show the resumption times. These are just the market times. So it's 10:29 right now. Right now they've paired off. I think DWAC probably opens soon. It's pretty orderly. No idea. And Brandon's searching news for this.
Just don't know.
We don't know why this is taking this long to halt, but there's fun right there.
I got some ideas, but I'm not going to say.
On the bid. So, it looks like it's going to open up pretty bad here. It's looking like $8 or so. So fun. Anyways, Beyond Meat, let's just go over that quickly because that was a good trade. Let's close this imbalance locator there. Like down to $91, $92, like you have a $6 bump right there, right? I mean, I don't know. And again, it's just because that came out of nowhere, so I wasn't too sure about what that report was about. I've been looking at this 100 level and wanted to buy it. So when you get a dip back down 10% below previous support, I think that's a good level there for Beyond Meat. I mean, I can't even zoom out far enough to see where we were. This was May, so you're back into like March, April, May of 2020, and we all know what that time was all about. So right now, we're going to have to see what happens, but downside here on Beyond Meat definitely got bought up. So good call on that one, Brenda. We're tracing back to the upside.
Yeah, it definitely is. And another one moving here today is Prague. You guys know Prague because we've been trading that one in the past. Not the last couple of days, but that 350 top was pretty good, as you can tell. Getting back to this 280 level, yeah, I mean, it flushed hard there yesterday, guys. So as it gets up here, not a horrible idea to maybe think about taking profit. Although the momentum is fantastic, right? Like churning into this level, you are getting increasing volume. But as it goes parabolic, I'm just looking for that same old, 280, 285 is that top from the 15-minute chart. Is it going to try to break it and then be a bit of a trap, and then I can find like a quick little short into this one? That's the only thing you can do up at this point. Like if I'm paying attention, you get that 250 break. That's great. Hang on to it. This is not a horrible place to think about taking profit, guys. But what a crazy thing. Look, Rosebud. So the only explanation, like something's broken. Obviously today, like I saw CRTD hit what was obviously the halt band and just chew right through it without a halt. We've seen like 30-minute halts and there's really no explanation as to why it's going on. You see like you're not adding stability when fund might have reopened. Was it 18? Like fund might have reopened like 10, 15, 20% or something like that of a move from where it halted, like you saw on DWAC each time. But if you hold it this long, like now it might reopen, and like something like that could open half its price. Like that's not better. That's worse for price discovery. Like it's not fair. There's nothing fair about that because it could have provided liquidity on the way down for people to cover and get out of it if they're holding it back. Now everyone that actually had a long, maybe even a reasonable price, it has to suffer through. Like if you bought it at 10 and were holding, now you're gonna lose when it could have halted 3 times on the way down and you could have covered at 15. Damn. Like that's nonsense, in my opinion.
I just said damn because even Miss Maggie is in Merch Friday, so that's good. Lucas, Maggie supporting the hoodies, which we love, so that's great.
Prague's halting up now.
I hadn't seen Maggie today, so hope everything is well. Okay, Prague, we'll go over to Prague right now. Yeah, halting to the upside. 328 starting to fill, Neil.
Did you get it? I'm on the bid.
Try.
I can't get it. I'm trying to get it. Give me. I got
some.
Okay. Prague just halted.
Did you get some?
I got some.
I got small amount, but we were able to get some there on this halt up on Prague. So wow, okay, I don't know if we want this long, Neil,
maybe
to be
we
honest
didn't
with you,
want this one.
But we're going crazy on all the stickers here
that doesn't look so
today. Let's go over to Brendan.
Yeah, PROG, guys, there's also this one, another one that pops up every time we get a move like this in the market, and that's U1. So U1 just went as well, came all the way back, but still 9.5% for that one.
U1? Oh, I remember U1. Okay. Never mind. We know U1. U1's it's just a meme stock. DWAC is opened up at 89, so I need to get my orders out on Prague in a second here, but yeah, I'm trying to catch a bottom on this again some point. So you're gonna sit here, you're holding 85. Remember we said if it holds 85, retakes the whole price, so like a 99 break could be in play. If it does that, we'll see what happens. If it jailbreaks to the upside, I think it's gonna be worth it. No one actually has to make that kind of a trade. Even a 95 break, as long as what happened?
It just went to 82 there.
Holy
like
crap.
it was 93 down to 80. 82.
Wow, it's bottom flying.
82.
This Prague might
70 there. What I don't like. We're such a degenerate today. Like normally we don't do this. Like I haven't even been paying attention to this Prague trade. But it's going to go to the upside. We're long at 328. It's tapping 325. But DWAC right now down to 82. Now back up to 90. Like you have to find some areas to buy this thing. It goes right into this. The teeth of the morning, basically. And then that would have been a great buy. Did you pick any up down there?
No, I missed. I wanted 85 to hold. That was my litmus test.
That's why I was screaming 82. Like, I should have had a bid down there, man. We should have been buying 82s there. It looks like it may. Are we going to go long if this holds back to the upside? That's really the question. Is it halting? I don't know. Here it goes.
It is trying to.
Okay, so I'll take a very, very small amount here in case we do halt here. I do have this, so if it halts, we are long, but it's a very, very, It's a very, very small amount because I don't really trust that play, but there we are. We are long on another halt for this. Let's see where we go from here.
The
wow.
Prague one, I think the Prague one was a little bit more questionable than, you get multiple halts to the downside, which I was looking for. Now, ideally, I wanted DWAC to hold this 85 area, and I kind of said that, right? But it does end up holding the support at 80, which, hey, in the pre-market, remember that 80 support? That was good for a couple of long trades. So, it ends up resisting the next halt down, then halting up, which, if you remember, like when GameStop did that, it was the easiest trade into the next halt band. Now, ultimately, is it going to break the 110 when it reopens? I don't know. If it does, I think you're looking to shoot 125. So, as usual, I'm going to take half out in the open. I'm going to consider immediately, if it doesn't break 110, I want to cover another quarter there, at least. If it does break this and it tries to halt up a second time, I would cover on any halt past 110. Otherwise, out in front of 120, the rest of those shares. So if that makes any sense, I hope it does. I'm trying not to go too fast, but this structure of a trade worked pretty well when GameStop halted multiple times down, or when you had any one of these names give you that stair step to the downside and still manage to hold support. This was a $10 SPAC yesterday. That holding a 40 even bid in the afternoon. Remember we were talking about that 40 bid? Like it was a God mode hold at 40 all afternoon, and then now you're essentially panicking about a double up from that price level being support level holding. So taking a shot that it can come up 10 to 15% from here at $100 or $98, which we have it at, like that's not crazy. Like it's not crazy. Like it's the kind of move that could easily happen. I'm not saying it's going back to 175, but hey, if it reopens here at 103, that's a free $5, and then you have a chance to get some more shares out in front of 110. That's going to be a free like 10, and then if you hold through like to 115 to 120, you have yourself a nice trade. All the while, I see almost no chance that this thing opens up lower than 85. So risk to reward, so all of it makes sense to me, especially given it's wiped out so much momentum all the way down. And this is what I was ranting about fun. If you were long, let's say you were long and you were holding since 131 on DWAC, right? Like the first halt down, it gives you a chance to get out. You have a chance to get out in the money. What fun is doing is saying, okay, guess what? No chance. It's going to halt. And then, we can open back up at 100 and screw you to these people. You had no chance for price discovery. And that's not fair. That's all I was getting at. Like, it is what it is. I don't know the excuse for why fun hasn't opened back up, and we'll find out a little bit later. But it just seems crazy to me. Like it's not like you have chances to get out of this trade on the way back in, which is how the market is supposed to be structured.
Okay, yeah, so thank you, Meme Lord, for that one there. Again, thank you for the $10, and thank you for all the super chats today that you've been giving. And you want to buy some CRTD, so I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. We are, like I said, there's Prague. So where did it just open? So Prague just opened up there. We're long at 28. I got out of 70%. Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
So there it goes. So it looks like we'll lose on this, maybe.
Yeah.
But we did get out of 70%. Like I was just saying that as we got out.
I knew it wasn't as good, man.
It wasn't as good there. We didn't take that many shares. But Prague, we did take a hit there. Let's get out a little bit. The back level there, 270. So we break that low, we'll get out of everything else, and it'll be a loser. But because we got some out there, what was that opening price anyways?
I didn't even
on
see
Prague?
the opening price.
29, 1 penny. Yeah. So yeah, nothing on Prague, guys.
Yeah, so I mean, that was, as I was sitting there, and it's just like, if that halt on Prague was like, maybe gave you a shot in front of that support, that 285 area, where I guess it's bouncing right now, like that would have made more sense. But it was a bit extended, like it was another 10 to 15% from that 285 area, which probably extended too far. So, I mean, my eyes are glued on the off chance that the DWAC is actually a 5-minute halt, which I think is at this point like if this is actually a 5-minute halt, I'll be surprised. I'm thinking we're looking at 10 minutes like it's been, but hey, it did have a 5-minute halt on the way down. So, and actually signified a top, by the way, which maybe that, I don't know if that even means anything, but the 5-minute halt actually, that was kind of the turn there. And if it's another turn, we already have our plan of action. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to go over to PayPal, because I could have turned, oh, look at that, Wick's gonna make it, that sucks. So PayPal break, we scalped out of it. I bought VWAP, scalped some out. Now I'm just sort of hanging on to the rest of these shares. And I'm kind of at the point that if it breaks 243, I'm just gonna cover it. So, I thought this was gonna maybe jailbreak, that they were gonna get a bit of a run to the upside. I'll clean up that wick at some point, just not right now. A jailbreak to the upside, not happening. The market, the NASDAQ's down 0.3%. I mean, it might not be today for PayPal, I suppose. So I'm out if it breaks 243. It was a decent trade if you took the break and scalped it out. It was a decent trade if you took it at VWAP and then got it out as well in front of 245. But now it looks like PayPal wants to continue to fall. Down.
Down. Okay, so
flat.
Flat. Okay, so I got out. So there it is. So
I still got some.
Yeah, exactly flat there. So good. Hopefully a good trade for us.
Now it's going.
There it goes. Now it's going. So good. I mean, I got out for flat there, but hopefully you guys are still in that. It sounds like
I still got 20%. So I mean, I'm sitting here.
Screen.
Yeah, I'm still holding 20%. I'm always taking some out in front. Like, you're gonna follow that plan, right? But then it goes up to that halt band, which is that 110 area, and like I wanted to make sure I got some for that as well. At this point, if it gets below that reopen price, like if we're gonna break that 98.01-ish back to the downside, I'll get out of the last 20%. Otherwise, I'm gonna stick to the plan and I'm gonna hold them through a 110 break and then see if I can get the rest of these shares out through like 115, 120. But I want to make sure that I'm not having this thing retrace to low. So we're about to approach what was the top.
Oh, that was a great halt
on that halt. So that last halt down. So that 110 is the only levels. The only levels you have on these trades are now the halt bands. I can consider taking some out if it rejects it and hold on to only 10%, but that's the only discretion I have in this trade at this point.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We wanted to wait for this thing to halt and to do a little dance. So there it is. I got out on the halt. I wasn't feeling it. Prague went down, but that was a good hold, man.
And of course, that's still halted.
Yeah, we'll see. Prague opened back up. I got some out there at 315.
Fun.
Oh yeah, fun. And then right now we are testing in to a new position alert with AMD down to 119.50 right here on AMD. So we are going to test that bottom. But wow, this is my best day in a couple months today, and I hope it is for you guys as well.
Monster iceberg at that halt price of 110. I said I'd have discretion at that price, so monster sell order. I did cover. I'm only holding 10% now at that 98. So huge seller at 110. It might not break that price. Watch out. Wow, it is 1040. There is a market going on right now, and it is pulling back, although that screen doesn't look too bad there, Brendo, for Sector Watch.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting day shaping up overall for the market. We are in positive territory, guys, as we said, but only just for the S&P, 0.07%. We'll shift your attention over here to the communication services group, which contains Facebook, which contains all of the social media stocks, Twitter, Google, Match, Facebook, all here off of the Snap News to the downside, 4.5%. In negative territory. However, there is a lot of positivity coming through here, offsetting that, specifically from the materials sector. A few other groups of note here: industrial stocks, financials, tech stocks as well, all in positive territory, even with Intel down 10%, guys, on the day off of that earnings report. But the rest of the entire sector here helping to offset that, and then some. Banks are strong, as we said. Consumer discretionary is weak, along with some of the healthcare names. But overall, kind of a market offsetting itself today. We're basically dead flat, 0.06 for the S&P. Back over to you.
All right, so PHUN here did open back up, and it opened up.
I got a horrible one.
I don't know what price, 10, 9, no. Yeah, 920 or so. I want to go long if it breaks 10. So we'll take another shot here. Breaking 10. Its bottom there was basically 869. 9 is view up. So if we can get a break of 10, we'll try to go long here. We may miss this. I just have a stop order to take it. So
I grabbed it.
Yeah, so
I grabbed it at 9. It's breaking 10. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, sorry, I'm on DWAC. I got out of DWAC. It headed up to that 120
I didn't
level.
get any more.
So I was able to get out in front of that 120, and then Fun opened back up. Apologies, guys, I'm all over the place. I got to show you guys the chart. And then we opened up here. We managed to hold back at VWAP, which is like VWAP doesn't even matter, but who cares? I actually just bought in front of it because everyone's looking at the same chart and trying to find a place to buy. So I'm like, why not buy it there? So now we're on the halt on, if I can get more shares in Fun here, it's about to go into a halt state. I still have some shares from 887, which is a random price in front of VWAP. And I'm going to add to them at 1109 because that makes sense. So it just went into a halt up. So maybe the same plan that we just put on for DWAC, which, and again, the reason why I sort of like, every time we have these halt trades, I try to sort of explain what I want to do in advance of it, is so that when all this nonsense is happening, it's like sort of laid out what the plan was going to be. It's like cover half of it here, cover the next 25% in front of the halt price if it turns around. I said discretion on 10%. If there was a level at 110, it resisted that, so I took it out. And then I said I want it all flat on the turn in front of the previous halt down price of 122, and that's why I'm flat on the stock. So it's not dissimilar to what I want to do with Fun here, where again, I took more shares on the halt, so. And you kind of throw out those prices. But if you go back to this halt band, the last time up here, you had both a bottom at 14 even, and you had this band here at 14. So I kind of say to myself, I'm going to take out some at the reopen, and then I want to be all out in front of 14. Any turn between 1250 and 14 is probably good enough. Just going to try and read the tape.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, this is a fun one, man. Honestly, really no pun intended there. What just happened? Oh my God, I got internally filled again as well, I think, there at $12. So, okay, so.
You're just going to cover, yeah, you know.
Damn it. I didn't even realize I had an offer out there. That sucks. Okay, so now I got to cancel all this. But anyways, I am long Fun. That's an internal fill. So that tick didn't happen. We are still long it. We'll see where it's going to open up. It looks like it's tapping 12, and I think that's just where I got filled there at 12. So we're waiting to get out of our long because we're still long down here. We didn't get out anything on that halt, and then we went back long again at 10.50. So we tried to get a 10 break. We missed it. We didn't cross up enough, and then we just said screw that, and I actually got 1060 on a 1050 break. So we get that again, and it's a nice move to the upside. Let's go to our guest of the day with Brendan.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Yeah, Canada Jetlines is an all-Canadian airline planning to operate as a tour and leisure operator. Eddie Doyle is the CEO of the company, joining us today to talk a little bit about this overall business model. Eddie has had an amazing career, extensive, successful career in aviation before getting into Canada Jetlines that we can discuss as well. But a lot of people may think, Eddie, you know, starting a airline in a pandemic is maybe a bit challenging. Why don't you tell us about that to kick things off?
Well, good morning, Brendan. Actually, we see this as a rare opportunity, probably an opportunity that you know, we haven't seen in a very long time to start a new airline. And you know, with a clean balance sheet, so that's you know, fresh and clean balance sheet is certainly an asset. Let me explain this a little bit more. The ability to secure leases on aircraft in this time we're in today offers great opportunity. I'm looking at the market where there's, as you can imagine, a lot of aircraft out there that are sitting around. So compared to 2019 and before, we're looking at the ability of securing an airplane at half the price we were paying pre-pandemic. You know, the same can be said to a certain extent to different contracts with vendors, and you know, this will provide us a significant cost advantage that we can pass on to our customer. Now, this view is not only mine, it's shared by many experts in the industry. This has allowed us to put together and recruit an amazing experienced management team that has a long experience in the industry, whether it's starting new airline, whether it's about the commercial side of it. So we have a very experienced and talented team overall, and what I would call a world-class board of directors. So yeah, to summarize, we see this as a great opportunity right now.
Let's paint a picture here, Eddie, if we can, and let's talk a little bit about what the target demographic is going to be as far as, who is going to benefit the most from this model, this application, I guess, and talk a little bit about maybe, there's been a lot said recently about airline recovery coming out of the pandemic, the talk about, leisure versus business travel, and, the fact that we might never see business travel get back to where it once was. How's the company approaching that aspect, and what are the markets that we're looking at here?
Okay. Well, first, there's a lot of pent-up demand for travel. As you can imagine, people haven't been able to travel for a long time, so I think everybody knows, friends, if not themselves, looking forward to finally take a vacation. Projections in the industry, I think there's a consensus out there for a strong recovery in 2022 and a full recovery by 2023. I would say this is, and I do believe this is especially true when it comes to leisure travel. After all, looking at a picture of a beach on your monitor is just no substitute for the real thing. So I would say, the recovery certainly is more of a question of the type of travel, leisure versus business, than it is a question of domestic versus international. So this is why our company will have a focus on leisure destinations, some destination, whether it's US, Mexico, or the Caribbean. That will be our main focus, flying out initially of Toronto and then expanding to other Canadian cities to leisure destinations. So that basically summarizes.
Let's talk a little bit about where we came from when it comes to Canada Jetlines. Global X was a company based out of Miami that this has now spun off of. Tell us a little bit about how we got to where we are today with Canada Jetlines.
Yes, to meet the Canadian ownership requirement, we needed to spin off the company and meet the regulation on the Canadian ownership. That was done in June 2021, so a few months ago. And Global X has retained a minority position, but the company is majority of our shareholders now are Canadian. However, the relationship with Global X is an important one for us to allow us to get a leg up on the startup, whether it's getting the suite of manuals, maintenance program. All this saved a lot of time for us in our application with the Canadian regulators, and save us a lot of money, of course. And we intend to continue to leverage this relationship in the future, given the extensive network that Global X has in the industry. So, following that, we did a private placement last summer that was oversubscribed. And, as I said, we started our application with the Canadian government. That's well underway with Transport Canada and CTA, and it should be completed in the following few months here.
Let's get people excited here. As you said, a lot of people pent up as far as vacation time and wanting to travel. When launch does arrive here for Canada Jetlines, give us a few examples of the destinations that travelers can expect to be offered.
Yes, well, the most popular destination for Canadian is the US and Florida. A couple of destinations in Florida always are in the top destination. We're also looking at other destinations like Cancun, Vegas, and the Caribbean overall. We will be operating an Airbus 320. This airplane is widely used and very reliable and give us flexibility, especially with different variants of that airplane that we can look at in the future.
Great stuff. Eddie Doyle, CEO of Canada Jetlines. It's an exciting time because people really want to go on vacation. Eddie, we appreciate your time today, guys. Check it out, CJET, listed on the NEO Exchange here in Toronto. Thanks so much for doing this, Eddie. Have a great day.
Thank you, Brett.
There we go, guys. Canada Jetlines, listed here in Toronto.
Wow.
While stocks are flying, it's
exactly. Perfect day to have him on. So thank you,
Yeah.
Canada Jet. New name there in the market. Make sure you guys check them out for sure. Good interview, Brendan.
So look, a lot of course, a lot happened.
Yeah.
And again, why we like to lay out some of the plans, because when there's halt trading, there's an opportunity to think about things that you want to do here. So there was the reopen on the low and on fun, holding that support at 8 even. There was a good long trade off there. Cover in front of that halt price at 11, and then get the halt in. I remember I said, cover in front of 12. I didn't actually hold out for that 14 area because it looked like I said 12.50 to 14.
Go get them in the
and
kitchen.
12.50 is where it kind of turned around. It looked like it was going to, so I covered everything. And then what happened, guys? This is your halt band here at 14. It rejected that and then comes to the downside. So everyone's looking at the same thing, and there's the only price levels to look at a lot of times are these halt bands, and that's why we pay attention to them. And now we're in another down halt here. So I've said what I've said about how long that halt was. This should be 5 or 10 minutes, but fun is halted. DWAC is also halted at 104.60, so that turnaround off 120 as well, right around that other halt band. So you're getting some reversals here with CRTD all the way down at its lows at $5, I want to say. CRTD all the way down. Here, all the way down at $5. So the retracement's coming in, although DWAC's still holding that $80 range, guys. And my mouth is kind of watering right now.
Yeah, we're getting set up.
So we're getting set up because there is some
we're all gonna participate in a pumpkin.
We're not doing
cheesecake
this though.
in about 1 minute.
That won't happen.
Won't it though?
No, it won't.
Okay. No, that won't go.
There's never an occasion to use that otherwise.
And if someone throws this cake in someone else's face,
I'll be
upset there, Valeria.
You don't waste it.
Don't give me that look, Valeria.
Don't waste it.
Anyways. Okay. Fun right now. Halted again. We've talked about that. AMD was a good trade for me. We chatted that as we were going there, but now it's coming back in. So we're out there on AMD. We're still waiting for 120 or so to break, but right now we do have a 119.57 bid, but we did take some out there at 78 or so. It must have been 75. Let's call it 75 there on that move upside. So we did take about 20 cents there, and now it's fading back in. So we're out of the money about 10 cents now. So we'll wait to see. We do have it cracking through 119. I don't know where everybody is. Rob's just going to set up the camera. Here comes Prad. Here comes Maggie. Hopefully, so in a couple seconds we will test. Yesterday was National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day, so we're going to try that today with some, I don't know if it's maple or butterscotch, but you're going to taste it, topping with some fresh whipped cream if you did want that. But when I had it last night, man, I was like, very impressed. So hopefully you guys are as well.
Well, we know it's going to be delicious.
It should be delicious.
How delicious?
The last time I brought something in, it was apple pie, and I know that was a big success last year at Thanksgiving. So this year we will bring in the pumpkin cheesecake. I'm just waiting for Maggie. We can go. Yeah, whenever you guys are ready, you can start firing off to those guys. I'm going to come over there, and so is Neil.
Yeah, we're going to come over.
And we will enjoy that. We want to do that as we wrap. Do you want to do earnings? Do we have that up, Brendan? What do you want to do? Here comes Maggie. You guys ready? Okay.
Yeah,
let's go. We'll come up.
Figuring stuff out, guys. So this is kind of on the fly, but we'll have some pumpkin cheesecake here. Trader Prad to my left, Miss V on my right. We can't really see. I don't think we can see everyone though in one shot.
Can't you though?
Yeah, you hang out with Miss V. Sean can hang out. There we go. Now we can see.
There's the man right here. The man is in the building. I don't know if we have a camera shot here, but
Not really.
there it is. Okay, good. Thank you so much. So here it is. You got the maple drizzle on there. We've got the whipped cream. So let's have a piece here, Trader Pride. Put it all together, and you tell me what you think. Let's go. Look at Neil's face right now.
I don't even have one.
Look at Neil's face right now. Oh my. Oh, whoops. There you go.
That almost ended badly.
You can have one here. Come out here, Rob. Valeria, what do you think?
Delicious.
Okay, they need to.
I feel guilty at how good
You're the only one with a mic.
They need to get ready for memes and movers, guys.
I don't think I can. I'm gonna be eating this the whole day.
Trader
this
Prad
is
has
really
a mic
good.
now? Okay, here we go.
You guys want to talk? This is really good.
Wow, Marissa.
Good. I'm gonna go
Great
back
job.
to my desk so I can talk.
Wait, how can you be on a diet when your wife cooks like this?
You cannot.
You can't.
Cannot. Impossible. Yeah, that was very decadent, to say the least, Sean.
I just want to have a group shot there. I don't know if that worked out too well. We tried
to plan that, but here's the good right here. I don't know if the light is on there, but you can see you got the drizzle, we got everything, you got the whipped cream.
Y'all don't know, man.
Neil, tell me what you think.
Y'all don't know. Y'all
nobody
don't know, man.
Nobody knows about this
Like,
stuff right here.
look, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Like, you know the whole thing. Like, don't bring food in if you're not going to share. Don't talk about it. I know you guys can't eat it, but trust me when I tell you, Marissa.
I try to tell people.
Marissa, man, you done did it.
She done do it
You
again.
done did it this time. Like, this is.
and-
I'm almost crying. Like, I'm literally almost. This is
Almost crying.
like this is
is good. I like this.
ridiculously good. So, but I'm a huge I'm a nut for pastries. Like this is
But
my
can you
thing.
believe that? Did you think it would be that good? Like how fluffy, how good is that? I mean,
Like it's just I came in with expectations like up here. Like when you guys told me about Squid Game, it's like my expectations got set high. That was good. This is blowing them away.
yeah,
How
yeah.
have you not eaten all of it, bro?
I don't know. Let's get some thumbs up. I mean, you guys like it there on the production side. Yep.
Slap the taste out of your
Multiple
mouth if
thumbs
you
up
say
there.
no.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. Yeah. Now Neil's gonna get upset if people say no.
You
So,
can't say no.
Be very, very careful.
Look,
It's
I'm
been
usually-
merch day.
If you have an allergy to pumpkin, I get it. Fair enough.
It's Friday, so there might not be any earnings. I don't think we have an earnings board
No, there shouldn't be.
to go through. But yeah. So
Hey,
again,
fun's holding eight. Holding eight.
look,
baby.
we win.
Do it.
We win here on trading. Hopefully everyone else is winning today and made some money.
delicious.
And then, I mean, now Neil, this is why we did it at the end of the show because now the focus is completely gone, right? I mean,
I'm done, man.
Neil's done. Neil's literally.
I'm
done.
watching
His-
fun. I want to trade it, but it's like my mind wouldn't
cannot.
be there. It's just like,
You
and again,
cannot.
but that's true. Like if you're not focused and like you get out of the moment, like I shouldn't trade it right now.
Yeah. Let's just keep on looking here at some more names. So AMD now 10 cents in the money and still going to the upside. Fun did reopen, I guess. Often did it hold while we were gone? It did.
It
So reopened again, went to 12, stopped, and now
Held
was
view
hovering
up.
around. Held view up. That's the important thing there at 950. So we'll wait to see. I'm still in this position, but again, it's like 20% or so of this. So we did get out at 12 there. We didn't take it out at 14, but off this halt,
Yeah.
we got 1060 up to 12 was a pretty
And
good
as happy as I am over this, I'm still not happy over that long halt on Fun, which trapped a lot of people in this. There's nothing cool about that. So anyways.
It's caramel. That's
not done with that,
Marissa
man.
told me. It's caramel.
So anyway, if I can even contain myself here.
You cannot.
As fun as this morning has been, that's the first
Oh,
okay,
Neil,
that's
that
like
was-
the millionth time we've used that pun. And I hope it's been fun for you guys. It's about to get even better because look, Trader Pratt and Ms. V are going to come with memes and movers, and there's some stuff moving today. I almost said something else. There's stuff moving today, so it's going to be an exciting one. Probably the best show ever like we just had. So without further ado, Trader Pratt, Ms. V, take it over.
What a fun day to be trading DWAC. Let's go, guys. More fun puns. Looks like we're actually about to halt on fun right now. Miss V, let's say hi to our viewers and jump right into the market.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Happy Friday, everyone. Indeed,